we play.
Not quite.
Killer queen, got bad agility. Got a good-looking woman with her arms round. 'Cause you don't even know I can make your hands clap.
Playing the 70s through today.
We are 93.7 FM.
The Mix.
Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things define what's within, and I've been there before, but that life's a bore, so full of the superficial. And some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Yeah. Some people search for a fountain. The promise is forever young. You know, some people need 3 dozen roses, and that's the only way to prove you love them. Hand me the world on a silver platter, and what good would it be? With no one to share, with no one who truly cares for me. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got it, you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you, you, you. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Yeah. If I ain't got you with me, baby. Oh, ooh, said nothing in this whole wide world don't mean a thing if I ain't got you with me, baby.
It's Jeremy Van Loo, and here's what's going on in our communities.
Some people have to learn. Some people eat.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wawasee High School for tonight's junior varsity boys basketball game. Let's meet the starters for the visitors from Bethany Christian High School. Number 10, Jacob Plank. Number 14, Tyson Miller. Number 30, Jacob Camriano. Number 34, Aaron Yiki. And number 42, Anthony Moser. The junior varsity is coached by Brave Bettles. Here are your starters for your Wawasee junior varsity. Number 12, Evan Eschbach. Number 14, Marshall Miller. Number 30, Cale Sherman. Number 40, Michael Hammer. And number 42, Ethan Hardy. The JV Warriors are coached by Reagan Eakins. Tonight's officials are Tim Seaman and Travis Steele. Marshall Miller. Fouls on Wawasee, number 40, Michael Hammer, his first, team's first. Basket by Hammer. Three, Marshall Miller. Player control foul number 34, Aaron Yankee, his first, team's first. Checking in for the Bruins is number 20, Chen Yu Jia. And for Wawasee is number 10, Chris Strombeck. Basket by Hammer. Three, Eschbach. Timeout, Bethany Christian. 30-second timeout. Basket by Hardy. Basket by Miller. Basket by Hardy. Three, Eschbach. Checking in for Wawasee's number 20, Jaden Boyer. Basket by Moser. At the end of the first quarter, Wawasee 20, Bethany Christian 4. Fouls on the Bruins, number 42, Anthony Moser, his first, team's second. Three, Hardy. Checking in for Wawasee's number 14, Marshall Miller. Basket by Albright. Foul on the Bruins, number 10, Jacob Plank, his first, team's third. Checking in for Wawasee is number 40, Michael Hammer, number 12, Evan Eschbach, and for the Bruins, number 20, Chen-Yu Jia. Fouls on the Bruins, number 10, Jacob Plank, his second, team's fourth. Fouls on Wawasee, number 40, Michael Hammer, his second, team's second. Checking in for Wawasee's number 42, Ethan Hardy. Checking in for Wawasee, number 10, Chris Strombeck. Fouls on the Bruins, number 20, Chen-Yu Jia, his first, team's fifth. At the line for Wawasee is Ethan Hardy, shooting 2. Substituting for the Bruins is number 34, Aaron Yankee. Fouls on the Bruins, number 20, Chen-Yu Jia, his second, team sixth. Jaden Boyer at the line for Wawasee, shooting 2. Basket by Eschbach. Timeout, Wawasee. 30-second timeout. Fouls on Wawasee, number 12, Evan Eschbach, his first, team's third. Checking in for the Bruins is number 20, Chen Yu Jia. And number 12, Colton Mirzo. Fouls on the Bruins, number 34, Aaron Yinke, his second. Team seventh, Ethan Hardy at the line for Wawasee, shooting 2. Fouls on Wawasee, number 12, Evan Eschbach, his second, team's fourth. Basket by Strombeck. Fouls on the Bruins, number 14, Tyson Miller, his first, team's 8th. Wawasee's Chris Strombeck will be at the line, shooting 1 in the bonus. Basket by Hardy. At halftime, Wawasee 34, Bethany Christian 4. Wawasee fans want to remind you that this Friday home game is against NLC rival Concord Minutemen, and we will be hosting the Wawasee boys basketball team a spaghetti dinner. You can pick up your tickets for sale out by the concession stand in between the JV and varsity game and at the varsity halftime. Again, spaghetti dinner this Friday from 5 to 7 in the Wawasee High School cafeteria of the Concord game.
Serving in your own community. Log on to nationalguard.com or talk to a recruiter in your area to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard. Sponsored by the Indiana Army National Guard. Aired by the Indiana Broadcasters Association and this station.
We hope you love the 80s as much as we do. 93.7 FM, The Mix.
Ooh, baby, I love your way every day, yeah, yeah. Ooh, baby, I love your way every day. Shadows grow so long before my eyes, and they're moving across the page. Suddenly the day turns into night, far away from the city. But don't, oh no, hesitate, 'cause your love just won't wait. Hey, yeah, yeah. Ooh, baby, I love your way every day. Yeah. I wanna tell you I love your way every day. Yeah, yeah. I wanna be with you night and day. The moon appears to shine and light the sky with the help of some firefly. I wonder how they have the power to shine, shine, shine. Well, I can see them under the vine. But don't, oh no, no, hesitate, la-di-da, 'cause your love just won't wait. Hey, yeah, yeah. Ooh, baby, I love your way every day, yeah. I wanna tell you I love your way every day, yeah. I wanna be with you night and day. Oh baby, please. Every day. I will love you. I love you well. Baby, please. I can see the sunset in your eyes, brown and gray and blue besides. Clouds are stalking islands in the sun. I wish I could buy one out of season. But don't, oh no, no, hesitate, la-di-da, 'cause your love just won't wait, just won't wait. Ooh, baby, I love your way every day. I wanna tell you I love your way. I wanna tell you I will love your
Your 93.7 FM The Mix weather forecast is brought to you by New Market on State Road 13 in Syracuse and North Webster.
Brr, it's cold out. When you're craving warm and satisfying meals to chase away the chill, New Market is here to help. From savory soups and hearty pasta dishes to mouth-watering stews and zesty chili, we have all the ingredients you'll need to make delicious, comforting meals your whole family will love this winter.
It's Lyden LaFerrick, and here's your 93.7 FM The Mix weather forecast. Tonight, cloudy with a slight chance for snow showers and a low in the mid-20s. Tomorrow, cloudy, a chance for snow flurries, expect a high in the lower 30s. Tomorrow night, clouds continue with a low in the lower 20s. Looking ahead to Thursday, the sun returns, bringing us a high near 40.
I won't know if you ever see the rain.
You'll always see the rain with weather updates from 93.7 FM The Mix.
Basket by Hammer. Basket by Camriano. Basket by Conley. Fouls on the Bruins. Number 10, Jacob Plank, his third, team's first. Basket by Hammer. Timeout, Bethany Christian, 30-second timeout. Basket by Boyer. Basket by Hammer. 3, Boyer. Fouls on Wawasee, number 20, Jaden Boyer, his first, team's first. Checking in for the Bruins is number 12, Colton Mirzo, number 20, Chenyu Jha. For Wawasee, number 22, Blake Albright, number 24, Evan Dippin, and number 10, Chris Strombeck. Fouls on the Bruins, number 10, Jacob Plank is fourth. Team second. Wawasee's Michael Hammer will be at the line, shooting 2. Checking in for the Bruins is number 42, Anthony Moser. Basket by Albright. At the end of the third quarter, Wawasee 49, Bethany Christian 6. Basket by Dippin. Fouls on Wawasee, number 24, Evan Dippin, his first, team's second. Aaron Hickey at the line, shooting 2. Fouls on Wawasee, number 22, Blake Albright, his first, team's third. Fouls on Wawasee, number 10, Chris Strombeck, his first, team's fourth. Checking in for Wawasee's number 30, Cale Sherman, and number 50, Damon Connolly. Fouls on the Bruins, number 14, Tyson Miller, his second, team's third. Fouls on Wawasee, number 22, Blake Albright, his second, team's fifth. Fouls on the Bruins, number 42, Anthony Moser, his second, team's fourth. Checking in for the Bruins is number 12, Colton Mirzo, number 20, Chinyu Jha. Fouls on the Bruins, number 14, Tyson Miller, his third, team's fifth. Basket by Conley. Basket by Conley. Fouls on Wawasee, number 50, Damon Conley, his first, team sixth. The Bruins, Anthony Moser will be the line, shooting two. Fouls on the Bruins, number 42, Anthony Moser, his third, team sixth. Basket by Sherman. Fouls on Wawasee, number 22, Blake Albright, his third, team seventh. The Bruins, Tyson Miller will be at the line, shooting one in the bonus. Your final, Wawasee 57, Bethany Christian 8.
It's time for Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, online at themix937.caster.fm, and on CPG TV with live video on our YouTube channel, WHS Announced, with the Warrior Head. The Warriors will take on Bethany Christian. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn, Sox Marina, Pilcher Shoes, Lake City Bank, 1950 Signs and Graphics, Syracuse Pizza Hut, Northern Lakes Realty, Foyle Plumbing, Chubby's Pub and Grill, Wawasee Bowl, and Joel's Ice Cream Supreme. Now let's take you to the Hardwood Teepee with tonight's call. Here is Michael Shetler and Andrew Mamone.
Hardwood TP here at Wawasee High School for this middle of the week matchup between the visiting Bethany Christian Bruins and your Wawasee Warriors. My name is Andrew Mamone, and like always, I'm alongside my broadcasting partner, the one and only Mr. Michael Shetler. Mike, how are you doing today?
Great, excited for a really important matchup here tonight for Wawasee on a 6-game losing streak, hoping to snap it here at home against Bethany. And Bethany is no team to sneeze at, though. They are a small 1A school, but they've got a lot of talent. Look for a good matchup here tonight.
You know, a lot of the times when you play a team so small as Bethany Christian, they call it a trap game in terms of, you know, you're really confident as the season progresses and you're just not quite ready for that small school matchup. But for Wawasee here, now they're just desperate for a win on a 6-game losing streak. So they're not overlooking Bethany Christian whatsoever. They're just looking to get a win.
And looking at the Bruins, they're coming in with a record of 3-9 under second-year head coach Ryan Gingrich. He's got an overall record of 7-26. The Bruins got a big win over Hamilton last week, 57-43. So a good win there for the Bruins. And for Wawasee, they're coming off a tough loss to Plymouth where they really suffered with injuries and illnesses. So tonight, they're really hoping to come back and fight better here tonight. They got some of those people back that they were missing against Plymouth, but also Trayvon is also not going to be here. Trayvon Coleman, the star senior center, will not be here also due to illness. So they are kind of down, but they still have most of their people back.
And actually, Michael, it looks like underneath his warm-up, Caden Wegener is actually wearing just a regular old T-shirt instead of his jersey. So I'm not sure if Wegener is going to be out tonight, too, against Plymouth in that game. He actually got his head cut open and had to get some stitches there, so he might not be active tonight either. So it'd definitely be a tough one for Wawasee to have both of those guys out. But every team has to face adversity at some point, and they're having to face it right now.
Coach Everingham said that the key for this team was unity. They needed to stay together, and they kind of showed that by coming out against Plymouth, all arm in arm, walking out, showing to everyone that they are one team. And that's kind of been their message the rest of the year. Their record might not be great, but they are coming out to play as one and play as a unit. So it's going to be important to see if they can be like that here tonight and play as one with the amount of guys they have missing right now.
Definitely, and it's going to be interesting to see. We got a new starting lineup, obviously, since Coleman's out, and it looks like Wegener might be as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys work well together.
Wawasee also coming in with 3 wins. They have 10 losses, though, so one more than Bethany. They're under second-year head coach John Everingham with an overall record of 28. And like we talked about on that 6-game losing streak, these two teams have only played twice, so not a lot of familiarity. But Wawasee has won both of those 2 previous matchups, so they're really looking for a big win here tonight. We kind of talked to Coach O'Connell a little bit in our interview earlier today, and he really stressed that a win here would be big, but it's not everything, and they're just focused on playing their game, and hopefully that a good performance here can continue as it is so late in the season.
Well, this is going to be a really big game for Wawasee, especially, Michael. If they can get a win, it's going to get their confidence back up. But, you know, you have to look at the other side, too. If they do drop this game to Bethany Christian, it's going to be a heartbreaker, and I'm not sure that they're going to be able to come back from it.
Yeah. Wawasee, looking at sectional play, getting close to this year, we kind of want to talk about sectional play and how that's coming up shortly. The guys are 0-3 in sectional 21, not doing great, but like we've said over and over, it's not how you do in the regular season, it's how you do in the postseason that really matters. And then looking at Bethany Christian, they're in sectional 52. They're actually undefeated, 2-0 in that one right now, so they're atop the sectional right now. Even with only 3 wins, 2 wins over the sectional opponents, that's nice to see.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it gives you some confidence going into the end of the season. You know, you can say it all the time, Michael, with the last year's sectional champions of this sectional with Fairfield, and then also with, I'm a big hockey fan. I used to be a hockey player. Notre Dame last year they were, kind of in the middle of the pack all year long, and then the tournament came around and they made the Frozen Four. So it's really not what you do in the regular season as much as what you do at the end of the season. It's how you finish. And really, all this stuff for Wawasee, all the adversity they're facing, the 6-game losing streak right now, they're kind of losing confidence, that can all be washed away with a strong performance at the end of the season. Last year's sectional champions, Fairfield, ended the year 13-13, 500 overall. Not a great record whatsoever. Yeah. Northwood ended the year with like 23-5, so a much better record, but they lost to Fairfield. It all comes down to who's playing the best basketball at the end of the season, and so it's not over for the Warriors yet, but you got to start questioning a 6-game losing streak. You see them start to lose confidence. Yeah. It's just, how are they going to respond now?
Yep. Switching over to the Lady Warrior side of things, the bracket for sectionals actually came out this Sunday. We have that with us. We'll let you know what that is right now. The Wawasee Warriors actually got a bye, so the Lady Warriors are not going to be playing until February 2nd. They will play the winner of Tippy Valley and Lakeland. They're actually playing Tippy Valley tonight. So most likely, they'll be seeing Tippy Valley and the Vikings shortly after this one here tonight.
Yeah, Tippy Valley having so much success over the years. I believe it was 2 or 3 years ago where they made it all the way to semi-state. Last year, they were the sectional champions in that one. But Tippy Valley, a very strong team. However, not as strong as years past, Michael. 17-3 overall, but me personally, I've seen them play before. I see their scores against common opponents. They're very beatable. I'm not going to say they are very, very beatable. So it's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, they'll get a little preview tonight against them, but I'm really looking forward to that sectional time because no one really got a great draw in this sectional. You're going to have to beat someone to win it all. My dad always told me, in order to be the best, you have to beat the best, and someone's going to have to do that if they want to win this sectional.
And speaking of the best, Fairfield right now is atop the sectional at 18-2. They just beat Bethany Christian actually last night for senior night, so they are playing very well right now. They're ranked 3rd in Class 3A, so they're playing very well. They're going to be playing the winner of West Noble and Northwood. They actually previously lost to West Noble last week. They will be playing West Noble again later on this week. I believe that game's going to be Friday.
Yep.
So they are going to be getting a taste of that, and they have already beaten Northwood, so they are going to be familiar with both of these teams. But both of these teams are very talented. West Noble, very talented squad, and then Northwood, profound, being a very good lady basketball
Northwood,
team.
Their whole thing at Northwood's tradition of excellence, Michael. And Northwood, that game against Fairfield was a very, very good game. Fairfield did pull it out in the end. But I want to talk about that West Noble game for a second. Fairfield shot 17% in the first half.
Yeah.
They shot horrible, and then they came out and scored 30 points in the fourth quarter. They just dug themselves too deep of a hole to get out of it. So, honestly, we saw that they lost to West Noble. But if Fairfield's playing at the top of their game and shooting very well, then I don't believe that there's anyone in the sectional that can take them. Because they can score from the outside. They have shooters and guards that can do that. They can score from the inside. Yeah. And they have 6 seniors. When you have 6 seniors on your squad, Wawasee has 6 seniors as well. But when you have 6 seniors on your squad, it's really, really hard to stop that because they have experience, they have skill, and they're just really tough to stop.
Get this, Andrew. Last night they scored 76 points against the Bruins. 75 of those 76 were from their 6 seniors.
I saw that.
So unbelievable. Like you said, those seniors very talented and all of them very good. Mm-hmm. All of them could be starting on any other squad. You got one sitting the bench. So it's kind of reminds me of the 80s Boston Celtics a little bit with the 5 stars. Then you got people off the bench that are Hall of Famers. So it's just really, really good to have that amount of depth. And they also have people like Jillian Litweiler, freshman coming off the bench, which really helps them. Chloe Dell. So they have a lot of talent, a lot of depth. It's going to be hard to beat them. Well, we're going to take our first break of the pregame show. When we return, we're going to have our coaches interview and a lot more. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more Lady Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CBG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zip line, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse, 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina, a full-service marina on the east side of Webster Lake, selling new trifecta pontoons, polar craft boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu outboards. Sox Marina can take care of all of your boating storage, sales, and service needs. Online at soxmarina.com or 574-834-2894. Go Warriors!
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV
is brought to you in part by Pilcher Shoes in North Webster. For over 70 years, Pilcher Shoes has helped with hurting feet. They offer Brooks running and walking shoes in all sizes. Open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pilcher Shoes on State Road 13 in North Webster, 574-834-7463, or online at pilchershoes.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wawasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP, ladies and gentlemen. Earlier, my colleague Michael Scheller had the opportunity to interview assistant Wawasee basketball coach O'Connell, so here's that interview for you now.
I'm with assistant boys basketball coach, Coach O'Connell. Coach, thanks for being with us here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Coach, with the whole team being affected by illness, what have you had to do differently in preparation for tonight's game?
Really didn't do things differently. We still went at it like we normally would. We practiced the things that we want to get better at, rebounding, just being solid with the basketball, being fundamentally sound and those things, and really nothing different other than there were less guys at practice.
Right. Does the past success over the Bruins correlate to the guys' confidence on the court tonight?
I think it might. There's a tendency to be overconfident against a smaller school like Bethany, but right now I think our guys are just desperate, and they're desperate to get a victory, and I think we're going to have good energy tonight. I think we are.
Yeah. With the team on a 6-game losing streak, how important is a win here tonight?
It's pretty important. I mean, it's not the end of the world if we would lose another game, but 6 games in a row, you start to just get a little bit of a vibe, and it'd be good for the guys' confidence. It'd be good for my psyche probably too, but we'll be all right. And like I said, it really, the score doesn't matter too much as long as we give great effort. And I think if we do, we have a good chance of winning tonight.
Yes. At this point in the season, what is your team's end goal?
Just to continue to get better. You know, our young guys are getting better. Our seniors got to play a little bit better. But every day in practice, get better. Not lose focus. Not let losses and other things distract us. Kind of persevere through injuries and illnesses, and it's just a tough thing to do. But if we can continue to do that, get better day by day, we can make a little noise towards the end of the season.
Yes. And then lastly, Coach, what are your keys in getting the win tonight?
Effort, rebounding, energy, just those intangible things that maybe not be the easiest thing to measure. Sure, we want to score points and play good defense, but I think we'll be successful tonight if we come out with a lot of energy and just really playing hard, just getting after it.
All right. Thank you, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Mike, what was one thing that stood out to you in that interview?
There's a lot that stood out, but the one thing that really stood out to me was when I asked him what his end goal for the season was.
I like that question, by the way. That was a really good question.
Thank you very much. He said just getting better one game at a time, and I think that's really what the Warriors need to focus on, is just getting better one game at a time. Things aren't going exactly how they wanted, but if they keep continuing to get better one game at a time, they could be a scary team come tournament time.
You know, you're becoming a pretty good interviewer, Michael. I like that question.
Learn from the best.
And well, we learn from each other. You know, you taught me about the play-by-play. I taught you how to interview, so we work well together. But I like that question, kind of what your end goal is, especially right now with them being on this little losing streak, trying to stay focused and really figure out what their goal is. Obviously, it's a sectional championship at the end of the day, because unfortunately it looks like Wawasee is kind of out of conference contention. Yeah. But something kind of surprising that's got to feel good for them. Excuse me, sorry about that. They beat the team that is number 1 in the conference right now in Warsaw. Yeah. Warsaw is at the top of the conference. That one loss to Wawasee gave them their first loss, but they have gone undefeated since then in conference. They're 3-1. So it's been a very, very interesting road for the Tigers at Warsaw. But it's kind of good to see, that Wawasee got a win over the top-ranked Warsaw.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about Coach Everingham saying that you've beat talented teams like Warsaw. Warsaw on that 5-game winning streak you were talking about. So that's got to give them some confidence. They have the talent that they need to beat good teams. And so talking to Coach and knowing that you have the ability should really encourage the team going into tournament time. We kind of talked about conference a little bit. We're going to look at the area games going on and other games going on in the conference. The guys actually are playing their next conference game at home against Concord. That's going to be this Friday. So come out and support the Warriors for that game. But looking at other area games going on right now, starting with the girls, Concord is at Prairie Heights, Culver Academy is at Plymouth, East Noble is at West Noble, Elkhart Memorial is at South Bend Riley, Morgan Davis is at Northwood, and your Wawasee Lady Warriors, which we kind of talked about, are at Tippy Valley tonight. So a big game for the Lady Warriors. Hopefully we'll get an update from that shortly here. And then in the guys' action, we have, here.
Yeah, you lost it, Michael. You had it. Now you lost it.
We have Northridge at South Bend Clay, Prairie Heights at Bronson, Michigan, Fremont at Eastside, and then Angola at Heritage. So not as many games going on there for the guys, but still should be a really interesting games here tonight in Indiana. Andrew, any of those games sticking out to you?
Definitely the Lady Warriors against Tippy. That's by far, even if Fairfield was playing, that would be the game that I would look out to. I know, we're Fairfield fans and everything, but that Wawasee-Tippy game is going to be a good basketball game, and I'm a fan of sports, Michael. I'm a fan of good basketball, and that one's a little preview for what might be coming up here shortly for sectional, so I'm very excited to see the results from that one.
Definitely. We're going to take our second break of the pregame show. When we return, we're going to get you right down to action of Wawasee and Bethany. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CBG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. Get custom solutions to your sign needs, including banners, commercial signs, graphic designs, and vehicles. 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. On Facebook at 1950 Signs and Graphics. 574-325-0758.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CBG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Pizza Hut. Pizza, pasta, wings, desserts, indoor seating for the whole family, online ordering, adult beverages, and delivery in the Syracuse area. Syracuse Pizza Hut on State Road 13 in Syracuse. 574-457-8300 or online at pizzahut.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty in Syracuse. The Northern Lakes Realty team is a full-service realty company helping you buy and sell homes as well as assisting with leasing opportunities. Northern Lakes Realty is your hometown realty team located across from Pickwick Theater in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Loyal Plumbing in Syracuse. Whether your home or business needs plumbing, heating, cooling, well, or septic services, Loyal Plumbing's trained experts can help. Go Warriors! Loyal Plumbing, 574-658-4134.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme in Syracuse. Family bowling, burgers, wings, fries, pizza, daily lunch and dinner specials, and ice cream for dessert. Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Proudly supporting our Wawasee Warrior athletes.
Welcome back to the Hardwood Teepee Warrior fans. We're just under a minute away from Bruin Warrior basketball here at the Hardwood Teepee. Excited for it. We got a lot of people here. It's nice to see the band back finally. They were gone for a lot of the late December, early January games, so it's nice to see them back and just kind of feels more like a basketball atmosphere with them here.
It was Christmas break, Michael. Wawasee had a lot of games over Christmas break, so the pep band was not here. We missed them for sure, but it's nice to have them back finally, and definitely does add to the atmosphere here. With 30 seconds to go here, before we get you to the national anthem, I'm going to go ahead and give you the starting lineups for tonight's game, starting out with the visiting Bethany Christian Bruins. Starting number 12, a senior, Corey Kern. Number 14, another senior, Seth Brenneman. Number 20, another senior, Lucas Brownsberger Keys. Number 22, Tristan Moore, who's a freshman. And number 44, Jack Von Guten. And now for your Wawasee Warriors, number 12, Austin Miller. Number 20, Jairus Boyer. Number 22, Jacob Hand. 24, Ryan Eddington. And number 30, Aaron Evans. That's the starting lineup for both of your teams. Obviously, Trayvon Coleman out with an illness, so he's not in the starting lineup. Instead, we've got Ryan Eddington and Austin Miller, two guys that are going to step up tonight and fill that starting lineup role. Well, it looks like we are about ready to get underway here. Before we get to action, we are going to have the national anthem performed by the Wawasee Pep Band. We'll give you some keys to the game and then get you right to action. So without further ado, here is the national anthem performed by the Wawasee Pep Band.
That was your Wawasee Warrior Pep Band performing the national anthem. And Andrew, they always do a really good job. It's awesome to hear them. It just kind of gets you in the Wawasee basketball spirit, hearing them starting off.
Definitely.
Well, we just got done with your starting line, so we're going to get to the keys of the game, starting with the Bethany Bruins. We kind of talked to Coach Gingrich a little bit. He had a couple things that he really wanted his team to do. The biggest was rebounding. Actually, both teams actually talked about rebounding. Those have been the big struggles the entire season. So let's see which team comes out and battles tonight and gets the boards. Looking at the other side of things is tempo. He wants to be patient on offense, be aggressive on defense, just work a good tempo here. That's always a key for both teams. It's going to be interesting to see if his team can just live up to the hype here against the big NLC school and just play with tempo and confidence.
And the lights are off for Wawasee. We got the light show going on, and actually we got a spotlight here tonight for the starting lineup, just adding to the atmosphere here. Wawasee sparing no expense here, Michael, with the atmosphere at Wawasee, trying to get it hyped up for the starting lineup.
And then lastly, their final key for the Bruins was just handle the ball well, and that kind of just goes along with the confidence that you have in your game, just being confident, playing well, playing that you know how you can. This team, I believe, is going to come out and try and punch Wawasee in the mouth here and just play hard-nosed basketball. They're not going to come and lay down and let Wawasee walk all over them. They're going to put up a fight, and so be expecting to see that. Looking at the Wawasee side of things, there was just short and sweet for Coach O'Connell. We kind of talked about in the coach's interview. He talked about effort, energy, and rebound. Those are the three things that he really needs his team to do. And those things aren't necessarily things you can drill on. Rebounding, I guess, but effort and energy are something that the guys just kind of have to do within themselves and kind of find a way to come out and play hard, because this Bethany team is definitely going to. Especially with the illnesses affecting this team, it's going to be big to see how Wawasee comes out here tonight.
Definitely, Michael. We got the starting lineups finishing out here for Wawasee, and it's really cool, actually. I'm really enjoying this light show with the spotlight. It's just adding to the atmosphere. I wonder, how come they don't do any of this stuff for us?
I know, right?
We should get our own light show.
And we should, yeah. For the announcers, see if we have one up here. Just a spotlight on us while we go.
Definitely.
We should probably talk to management about that. But yeah, Andrew, before the game starts, who do you think needs to step up for Wawasee with the illnesses that are affecting the team?
I'm going to say Aaron Evans and Jacob Hand. Both of those guys coming off of illnesses. Those are two very high offensive threats for Wawasee. They need to step up, as well as Jairus Boyer. He's been kind of quiet so far this season offensively. He needs to have a big night here.
He is known as the leader of the team, and he had a big 17-point game against Fairfield to start the season off. So, yeah, I'd definitely like to see him stepping up here and play a little better on offense, and he definitely has the talent to do so. So let's see what he does here tonight. Jumping for Wawasee is Jacob Hand, and then jumping for the Bruins is number 14, Seth Brenneman, the senior. So we got senior against senior here, and Jacob Hand, very athletic. He's won most of the tips, especially against people taller than him. So let's see if he wins it here tonight against the 6'2" senior.
And I'm not going to say anything because it seems like every time I do, I'm wrong with the tip-off. But I would put my money on Jacob Hand right here, just knowing his athleticism.
Bethany in the dark blue uniforms and the white trim, and then you have Wawasee in the white uniforms and the green trim. As Wawasee wins the tip, they're pushing early on offense. And a quick three from the left wing is off the mark, and it's going to hit the wire at the top of the basket. It's going to be a turnover for Wawasee, but a good look there, early shot there by Aaron Evans, trying to get a shot going. He's been playing very well of late. And Wawasee now in a 3-2 zone press here. Let's see if they can force any turnovers on Bethany here. Bethany breaks it, gets past half court. They have it on the left wing. Pump, drive, step back. Now he's going to dribble back out to the top. The ball is Kern. Kern being patient here on offense, trying to set something up. He passes it over to the right wing. Quickly double team now. He's number 44, Van Guten. And now the ball is taken away by Jacob Hand, and the ball is out of bounds off of Jacob Hand. And it looked like number 44, Jack Van Guten, lost it, and I thought it was a little foul there, being a little aggressive on that try and steal back, but he got enough ball and then ended up hitting off of Jacob Hand, so it's going to go right back to the Bruins. With the ball is Kern off the inbounds pass. He passes half court, being picked up immediately by Aaron Evans. Ball passes over the left wing, quickly double teamed again, and now we have a jump ball call, and so Wawasee really effective right now with that double team, really getting the Bethany Bruins to panic and kind of just turn around and crouch down, and they've been able to get the ball twice off of that.
I like the aggressiveness here by Wawasee, but they got to be careful because they don't know how this game is going to be called yet for the rest. They're going to find out very quickly if they continue to be aggressive.
Jump ball goes in favor of Bethany, so they're going to keep the ball here. 7:10 left to go in the first quarter. Still 0-0 is your score. A pass and then a quick double team. It's broken. They try and pass it down into the wide open post. That's number 20, Keys, and it's a little too high, but luckily tipped out of bounds by Austin Miller, who's trying to streak from the other block to grab the ball. So Bethany keeps it here. Taking it out is Brenneman. He has it underneath their own basket. Still no score here. The Bruins trying to enter the post, and now we have a foul call. I think that's going to be on Jacob Hand, as the inbounder, Seth Brenneman, was trying to post up off of his pass. That's going to be the first foul of the game on the Warriors. Taking it out down low is number 12, Corey Kern now. And now we have some talking going on between the refs and number 14, Brenneman. Looks like everything's going to be good now here as the Bruins trying to enter the ball in. It is finally entered in up top to number 22, Moore. Moore passes it over to Brenneman. He's quickly double teamed. He gets around it, going all the way through contact, puts it up and in. And the Bruins have the first points of the game, and it's 2-0. Bethany with the lead as Wawasee gets their first chance here on offense.
Very impressive finish there by number 14, Brenneman. Through contact, just puts it in.
2-3 zone being applied right now by Bethany as a big three on the other end by Ryan Eddington, who's getting his first start of the year. So big minutes here for the senior coming off an injury. Moving around right now are the Bruins. They're yet to pass half court off of that 3-2 zone press. Now they finally do get it past half court. With it now is number 12, Kern. He has it deep at midcourt. 3-2 zone being applied here by the Warriors. Ball passes over the left wing. Now back to the top of the key to Kern. Kern passes it over to the right now. Ball on the right wing. Dribble penetrate now. Kick out to the top. Kern has it now. He dribbles, drives, picks up his dribble. Nowhere to go with it. Now he finally does hand the ball off to Keys. Keys being guarded tightly by Miller. A traditional 3-2 zone defense being applied right now by the Warriors. Ball over to Keys in the right wing, and he hits a big three. So answering with a three of his own. And now Bethany is up by 2, 5-3 with 5:40 left to go. Miller gets the ball on the left wing. He puts up a three, and he's good. So threes are flying everywhere here for both teams. And now it's 6-5. Wawasee retakes the lead by 1. Still that full court press in effect for Wawasee. The Bruins have yet to beat it. Driving right, steps out of bounds. Turnover here for Bethany. A lot of contact there, so it could have been a foul, but the refs call just a normal step out here, so it's going to go to Wawasee.
Great call there, actually, by the referee, Magler. He was in perfect position to see that one, and he saw Kern step right out of bounds. There was a little contact there, but not enough to orient a foul, so a fantastic officiating job right there.
Miller thought about shooting from the top of the key. He pumps, drives, kicks out. Eddington passes it over. Now Boyer takes the baseline three. He's short, rebounded by Miller. Miller hands the ball to Jacob Hand. He has it on the right baseline. He pumps, drives, tries to pass it behind him, and it goes out of bounds. Austin Miller wasn't really ready for it. A good-looking pass, but teammate wasn't there. It's going to be a turnover for Wawasee. Taking it out for Bethany is number 20, Lucas Brownsberger Keys. He gets the ball right back off of his pass inbounds. Still the 3-2 zone. Full court being applied by Wawasee. So far, Bethany been able to beat it pretty well. And now I jinxed it there as it's stolen by Jarris Boyer. Wawasee pushing the other way. Beautiful move there by Miller. And he steps through the defense and finishes with the easy layup. It's now 8-5 in favor of the Warriors. Beautiful move there, just stepping through 2 defenders. Aaron Evans coming off of his sickness, missing last week.
Euro step.
Beautiful Euro step to finish. Full court press still being applied. And we have a 10-second call here as Bethany is going to turn the ball over. So just as I say, the full court press isn't doing much. 2 back-to-back turnovers off of it.
Well, the thing that it's doing, Michael, is it's speeding Bethany Christian up early in this game. They've hit some shots early. One really nice finish by Brenneman, and then another three-pointer hit by Keys. And that three-pointer, Michael, that shooting form from Brownsburger Keys was a very, very different. It honestly kind of reminds me of Jarris Boyer, not in the same as they kind of have a hitch in their shot, but just the uniqueness of it. It looked like, Brownsburger Keys, these last names for Bethany Christian, wow, we're going to struggle all night long. But Brownsburger Keys, just a very, very quick release, Michael.
It's very true, and it went in, so don't fix what isn't broken.
Exactly.
Timeout call by Bethany. They're just coming off of it, the 30-second timeout there. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Your score, Wawasee 8, Bethany 5. And off of the 10-second violation on Bethany, Wawasee is going to get the ball after their good defense and their full court press, drawing 2 turnovers back-to-back. Jacob Hand gets the inbounds for Wawasee, and now Hand looks over to the coach to get the offensive play. Picks up his dribble, passes it over to Eddington. Now over to Miller. Miller has it on the left baseline. Skipped over the top of the key to Boyer. Boyer skips it over to Jacob Hand on the right baseline. He pumps, drives, kicked out. Miller to the opposite block. He's off the mark. Rebound. Kick over. The 3 attempt is no good by Jacob Hand. So good rebounding right now for Wawasee, getting a couple offensive rebounds but not able to finish. As pushing it the other way is Bethany. The off-bounce layup is off the mark by Kern. Rebound goes to Boyer, and then a foul call to number 44, Jack Van Guten, as he was trying to get the ball back from the Wawasee defender.
A very good take there by number 14, Brenneman, for Bethany Christian. He couldn't, however, finish or get the foul call there, so another good job by Wawasee rebounding. As we have a substitution here, number 10, Caden Wegener is going to be checking in for Ryan Eddington.
4 minutes to go, still 8-5. Warriors lead by 3 and have the ball, and now it looks like the Bruins are going into a 1-3-1 defense here. Coach says one word.
Actually, it looks like an extended 2-3 zone.
Oh,
Michael.
Interesting. Okay, so yes, an extended 2-3 zone here. Let's see if that rattles the Warriors at all, as the Warriors are passing around the perimeter trying to get the best offensive look here. It's now at the free throw line, kicked over to Aaron Evans. He pumps, drives, tries to pass it to Boyer, gets it to him. Beautiful move, and Boyer finishes. And we were talking about Jarris Boyer making his impact felt, and right there, an early 2 puts the Warriors up 5. With the ball now is the Bruins. The pump, the drive by Brenneman on the right side. Good defense by Hand, forcing him to give it up. Now the ball to Kern. He has it on the right side, dribbling back to the middle. Passes it over the left side to Keys. Keys being guarded by the Wawasee Warrior point guard, Wegener. With it now is Kern on the right wing. And the Warriors applying a lot of pressure. You can definitely tell that was an emphasis in practices. Give these guys a lot of pressure, double teams, and just tight defense. As we have a drive and finish. Beautiful drive there by senior Seth Brenneman, using the left hand and his body to get position and finish, and that cuts the Wawasee lead to 3. Your score 10-7. Warriors up with just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Aaron Evans has it now. He passes it to the low baseline. Now skipped over to the top. The 3 attempt from the top of the key is no good, off the mark, and it's going to be rebounded by Jacob Hand. Shot was off by Wegener. Beautiful job there by Hand, coming back and getting the offensive board. And that's been a couple possessions where the Warriors have been able to get offensive boards. And a bad pass by Wegener is going to result in a turnover picked up by Corey Kern. Corey Kern picks up his dribble, passes it over. Luckily for the Bruins, no one was really ready for Kern to pick up his dribble. Great defense there by Evans, but he luckily gets it out. Now the ball is right back to him as he passes half court. 2:20 to go in the first. Wawasee leads by 3, 10-7. Bruins trying to tie the game up here, or at least cut into the lead. Brownsburger Keys has on the right wing. He takes Jacob Hand, now passes it off to the left wing. Brownsburger being guarded by Boyer. Man-to-man defense being applied here by Wawasee. Brownsburger takes the fade away. He's off the mark. Loose ball. It's going to be picked up by Jacob Hand. We hit the 2-minute mark, still 10-7. Wawasee up by 3. And that extended 2-3 zone still being applied by the Bethany Bruins. Wawasee yet to score on it, but they have had a couple looks. Ball pass to the free throw line to Boyer. Kick back out. Wegener takes another 3 from the same spot he missed, and this time it's nothing but net. Great shot there by the senior to bump the Wawasee lead to 6. It's now 13-7. Wawasee now back on defense.
A great feed there by Jairus Boyer. They got the ball into the middle of the paint in this zone, and that's how you break a 2-3. You get it into the middle because you can do multiple things off of it. You can hit the cutter down low in that short corner, or you can kick it out for a 3, and Wegener, a beautiful job of forgetting that three-pointer that he missed and knocking one down in the same exact spot.
Brownsburger Key has it for Bethany. He passes it over to the right side to Kern. Kern being tightly guarded by Aaron Evans. Kern going to take a screen. Now picks up his dribble, tries to pass it off, and is tipped out of bounds by the defending Wawasee Warrior. That's going to be number 20, Jairus Boyer. Now we have a substitution for both teams. Ryan Eddington checking in, and a couple of substitutions. Number 30, Rana Goswami checking in, and then number 24, Caleb Schenk. The inbounds pass goes to number 12, Kern. Minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still 13-7. Wawasee up by 3 off the 3 by Wegener. Double team. The Bruins get out of it. Now they pass to the corner. Wide open 3 is off the mark by Keys. It's loose, picked up, and now the Warriors on a fast break. They break it. Great job there by Aaron Evans and Jairus Boyer. 2-on-1, finishing beautifully. And now a timeout called by Wawasee. Your score at the timeout, 15-7. 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it here. But with just under a minute to go, Wawasee playing patient, playing well, and right now the score is showing, Andrew.
Well, they're playing patient offensively, but very aggressive defensively, and I'm liking this switch by Coach Everingham. Not only are they doing that 3-2 zone, but they're throwing different looks at him. I've been saying all year, you can only do the same thing so many times until it stops working, so a good job here at adjusting, being aggressive, then going down to that zone. But this fast break layup down here on this end from Jairus Boyer, I would have liked to see him dunk that one, Michael. We could totally see him dunk. He tried to throw one off the backboard and one-hand dunk it in warm-ups. So we've seen him do it, but I guess, get the easy 2 points, blah, blah, blah. Don't showboat, blah, blah,
Maybe
blah.
If the score gets out of hand here for Bethany, he might have a chance.
He had plenty of space. You're on a 6-game losing streak. You're up against Bethany Christian. Why not? Come on. Give the fans something.
Maybe later on in the game if they get up by more.
Man, I hope so.
With just an 8-point lead here and 45 seconds to go, the game is far from over as Bethany is going to take over here on offense.
Still yet to see a dunk in my broadcasting career. I'm waiting for it, though, Michael. I'm waiting.
This is the team to do it. They actually have a lot of players that are able to dunk, so you could have your wish come true here.
Linnemeyer, Hand, Boyer. Oh, everybody can get up there. Man, I wish I could jump.
30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It looks like Bethany is going to be holding it for the last shot here of the quarter. Andrew referring to Wawasee's patient offense, as we call it. With the ball now is Kern. He's just holding it just past the half-court line.
I'm sorry. I'm having some fun in this one.
10 seconds to go. Now he dribbles left. Now he gets it over to Keys. Keys guarded tightly. He gets around the defender, tries to pass it out. It's poked away. 3 seconds to go. In transition, Evans gets it, puts it up, makes it, but the shot is not off. Good call there by the referees. It was not able to get it off in time, so that's going to end the first quarter. Your score at the end of 15-7. Wawasee up over the Bethany Bruins. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to get you right back to Bethany Wawasee basketball action. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CBG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zip line, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse, 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina, a full-service marina on the east side of Webster Lake, selling new trifecta pontoons, polar craft boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu outboards. Sox Marina can take care of all of your boating storage, sales, and service needs. Online at soxmarina.com or 574-834-2894. Go Warriors!
Playing 50 years of hits you love. We are 93.7 FM The Mix, WRWTLP Syracuse, a Pathways program.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP, ladies and gentlemen. Really quick, Mr. Phil Huffman just gave me a quick text. He said white broadcasters can't jump, referring to the movie White Man Can't Jump. Hey, Phil, I got an update for you. At the end of the movie, he did dunk it. You got to have faith.
Breaking news there by my co-host, Andrew Mamone. As we resume live action here in the second quarter, Wawasee is going to get the ball to start the quarter. Score still 15-7 after 1. And now the Warriors just moving around the perimeter right now. The Bruins in a 2-3 zone defense. Good job moving the ball right now for Wawasee, and it results in a quick three from the top of the key by Aaron Evans. He misses it. Ball is off, loose on the floor, picked up by both teams. Going to be another jump ball. This time it's going to go to Bethany Christian. So the Bruins defense prevails, and they're going to take over here down by 8. And right now for Bethany, they got to be able to score here shortly before this game gets out of hand. If Wawasee gets up big here, with the momentum they have here at home, it's just going to be tough for the Bruins to come back. So it's going to be interesting to see if Coach for Bethany really comes down and tries anything different or tries to enter it down low or what he does here. But 8-point lead here. You got to cut into the lead before it gets out of hand. Still full court press being applied, and the home run pass down low to Kern is beautifully executed and easily finished by number 12, Kern. It was a football pass from end line to end line, and a beautiful layup on the other end, going to cut the lead to 6. On the other end, Miller takes a 3. He's off the mark. Offensive board is in the hands of Evans, but it's poked free, and now Bethany going to take over. Off of the big layup here. That's just what I was talking about, a big layup and a big stop on defense. Only down by 6 here. Let's see if they can cut further into this Wawasee lead. We hit the 7-minute mark. It's 15-9. Wawasee has a 6-point lead here. 3-2 zone being applied by the Warriors. Ball over the left wing to Kern. Kern trying to get it to Keys. Doesn't. Dribbles out instead. Passes it over to Schenk. Schenk pumps, drives, now kicks out. Kern has it at the top of the key.
Actually, Michael, this is interesting. Bethany Christian's being very patient themselves. It looks like they want to bring Wawasee out of the zone and have them pressure them, which is very interesting because being pressured from Wawasee was not working for them in that first quarter. So an interesting tactic.
Wow, very contested 3 is good by Lucas Brownsberger Keys, the senior. Double teamed on the left wing, knocks down a big 3. And now Wawasee's lead is only 3 right now. Wawasee takes over on offense with the 3-point lead. With it is Jacob Hand at the top of the key. He hands the ball off to Aaron Evans. That's still 2-3 zone defense being applied by the Bethany Bruins. 6 minutes to go here. Ryan Eddington has it. Now the Warriors moving around the perimeter. It's passed down low to Jacob Hand. He kicks it back up to Evans. Evans takes the 3, and he is good. Nothing but net. Aaron Evans, big 3 there to answer. It's now 18-12, just under 6 minutes to go. Full court press being applied here. Looks like a man press, and it results in a turnover here as a big defensive play by Austin Miller gets his hands on it, and then a defensive foul. I believe that's going to be going against number 24. Schenk was trying to get the pass, but it was to no avail, and Wawasee gets the call against Bethany, so they're going to take over here up by 6. And going out now is the senior Lucas Brownsberger Keys, who is the leading scorer now for the Brewers. So let's see here if the Bruins can get an offensive mojo going here with their star player out. Moving around the perimeter now, Evans gets a similar 3 from the top of the key. He misses it, but an offensive rebound goes to Jarris Boyer, and right now the Warriors dominating on the board. It results in a jump ball, and Wawasee's going to keep it here.
5 offensive rebounds so far in this first half, Michael. And also a cool stat here, Wawasee has 7 assists. They have 18 points. Well, 7 times they have assisted on that, so a very, very good job of sharing the basketball.
Brenneman checking in and checking out is number 12, Corey Kern. Taking it out underneath the Warriors basket is the senior Jacob Hand. He kicks it out to Evans. Now he passes it to the free throw line. Now the ball moved back over the top, and now moving back around the perimeter. Miller has it. He had an open 3. Tried to pass it to Boyer. It was a bad pass. Turnover. The Bruins pushing now. Now they're going to let up. Trying to be patient here on offense, as you can obviously tell. The ball goes over to Brown. Now back over the top of the key to Brenneman. 5:10 left to go. Your score 18-12. Wawasee Warriors up against the Bethany Bruins by 6 here. Bethany has the ball at the top of the key. Looks like it's still that 3-2 zone defense being applied by the Warriors. They're going in and out from that zone defense to that man-to-man defense. Double team in the corner. Bethany gets out of it with a pass. Now they try and pass it to the free throw line. It goes through the hands of a Bethany offender, but then a swipe out the ball, draw skin, and it's going to be a foul on Wawasee on number 24, Ryan Eddington. That's his first of the night, and that's going to be the team's second of the half. So Bethany going to take it out down low now, down by 6, just under 10 seconds into the 4-minute mark. Ball passed inbounds to number 44, Jack Van Guten. He passes it out to the corner. Now he's double teamed, gets out of it. With the ball now is Schenk. Schenk over to Goswami. He has it on the right wing. Now pass over to Brenneman. Brenneman dribbles middle. 1-on-1 against Austin Miller. The sophomore playing good defense. Has him give it up. Now to Goswami in the right baseline. He skips it up to the top. Almost stolen. Picked up. Pass over the left wing. almost stolen again. Bethany lucky right now. And now a quick timeout by Bethany before things get out of hand. Well, we're going to take a quick timeout. When we return, we're going to get you right back to second quarter action of Wawasee Bethany basketball. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CBG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by Pilcher Shoes in North Webster. For over 70 years, Pilcher Shoes has helped with hurting feet. They offer Brooks running and walking shoes in all sizes. Open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pilcher Shoes on State Road 13 in North Webster, 574-834-7463, or online at pilchershoes.com.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP Warrior fans. Your score after the Bethany timeout is 18-12. The Warriors up by 6 with just under 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Bethany's going to be taking it out of bounds off of their timeout on the right sideline. Now they do get it into Brenneman. Brenneman passes half court, being picked up by Jacob Hand. Looks like the Warriors back in a man-to-man defense here. Brenneman has it one-on-one against Boyer. Now the ball moving around the perimeter. A quick three from the left wing is just in and out off the mark. Loose ball rebounded by Jacob Hand. And now a foul called on number 30, Ronnie Goswami. That's going to be the Bruins' third foul of the half. And actually a pretty decently smart foul there, as it looked like it was going to be a mismatch in transition. So good job there by the Bethany defender, not letting the Warriors get out in transition and getting an easy two.
Hey, good job on that name, Michael. That is not an easy name to pronounce, so I applaud you on that one.
Thank you very much.
Complete confidence. Not sure if it's right or not.
Exactly.
But,
that's how you got to do it.
It sounds good.
Exactly. Ball moving around the perimeter for the Warriors. Now they get to the free throw line to Boyer. Boyer one-on-one. Goes strong, puts it up, and is fouled again by Goswami. That's going to be his second in the past couple seconds here. So two quick fouls there by the senior. So
excellent take there by Jairus Boyer, recognizing he was one-on-one and just absolutely overpowered the defender, getting the free throw line. Hopefully he's going to knock these shots down. The first free throw is up and good. Jairus Boyer goes 1 for 1 so far. He's got one more on the way. But I'm very impressed with the aggressiveness that Wawasee is having in this game. Honestly, I don't remember a game that they've been this aggressive all year long. So it's really nice to see them finally turning a new leaf and turning that switch on.
And we talked about Jairus Boyer trying to be more aggressive, and he was there. Like you said, really aggressive. There's a lot of bodies around, but he went strong up to the basket and drew the foul. And that's what he needs to continue to do because he's so strong underneath the basket. Second free throw is good for Boyer. That's going to bump the lead to 8. Now 20-12 is your score. Full court press being applied right back again by Wawasee. They get the steal, but a foul call. I think that's going to go against Austin Miller.
Yeah, they're going to call a reach-in foul on him. That is going to be his first foul of the game. It looked like Michael, he poked the ball out free, but just kind of swiped his arm back and hit him on the release. So very close to a steal there for Wawasee.
Wawasee continuing to full court press here in that 3-2 zone press. Broken. Now a quick three from the right baseline's off the mark by Brownsburger Keys. And he's been lighting it up from behind the arc, so a rare miss there by the senior. Ball in transition, the long two from the opposite baseline is no good. An offensive rebound goes to the Warriors. Boyer gets it at the free throw line, tries to drive, kicks it out. Evans takes a three from the top of the key. He's off the mark. And an over-the-back call on Jairus Boyer is going to give the ball to the Bethany Bruins.
Aaron Evans, who probably has the best three-point shooting percentage for Wawasee, usually knocks him down. Not having a very good shooting night tonight. He's knocked down one from the three-point line, but he's 1 for 5.
3-2 zone press still being applied by the Warriors. The Bruins break it. They're now in transition. Brenneman trying to take it, kicks it out. Now the ball tried to go down low to the left baseline. It's stolen by Boyer. 3 minutes to go in the first half. 20-12 your scores. Boyer goes strong. He's swatted by Brenneman. Offensive rebound by Hand. Ball moving around the perimeter. And now it goes right back to Hand on the left baseline. Hand gets it to Eddington, right back to Hand. Hand drives, beautiful pass to Boyer. Boyer wide open, puts in the easy layup, and the lead is bumped to 10 for Wawasee. 22-12 your score, 2:44 left to go in the second quarter.
Great job sharing the basketball here for Wawasee.
Quick three on the left wing is good. Nothing but net by the senior, Ronnie Goswami. And that's going to cut the lead now to 7. 2.5 minutes to go. Bethany looked like they were getting the game out of their hands, but a big three there is going to keep them in it. Cut the lead to single digits for Wawasee. So nice job there by Bethany, not panicking and knocking down the easy shot. With the ball is Ryan Eddington on the left wing. He passes it over to Evans. Now Miller gets the wide open three on the right wing. He misses it off the mark. Two Bethany players had it. They couldn't bring it down, so the board goes to Jarris Boyer. He misses the ball, and then another offensive rebound to Ryan Eddington. The Warriors really struggling with rebounding the past couple of games. They're playing very well on the boards tonight. A missed three by Ryan Eddington is off, and a rebound by Boyer, and the easy putback by the senior. I think 3 offensive rebounds in that possession results finally in 2 points for Wawasee, and if Bethany doesn't get better here on the board, it's going to be a long night for them with just easy putbacks by the post players. And now we have another steal by Wawasee. Going in transition is Jacob Hand. He goes around the corner, passes it out, now goes to the top of the key. Miller had a wide open 3, declined it. He was wide open there, not sure why he didn't shoot that one. Now goes to the top of the key to Evans. His shot is in and out, literally halfway down, and then pokes out. Rebounded by Bethany. 24-15 your score. The Warriors up by 9 with 1:15 left to go in the first half. Wawasee playing a very good game right now. Their offense isn't doing amazing right now, but their defense is doing very well. Goswami gets another 3 from the left wing. He's nothing but net. He's hit his last 2 threes. Goswami keeping his team in it right now. 24-18 your score. We just hit the minute mark here in the first half. With the ball now is Evans as he passes half court. Wonder if Bethany changes up their defense here, as it really hasn't been working that well. But they're going to continue to be in that high pressure 2-3 zone. Great pass, no look pass down low to the low block. Now moves around the perimeter. Miller has on the right wing. Over to Evans. Evans over to Boyer at the free throw line. Now to Eddington. Eddington takes 3 from the left wing, and he's good. Big 3 by the senior. He can shoot it, and he's hit 2 of his last 4 shots. So great shooting there by Eddington to bump the lead to 9 for Wawasee. The press is broken by the Bruins. Bremen drives, now kicks it out with 19 seconds to go in the half. And the Bruins down by 9. It looks like they're going to wait for the last shot here to try and get the momentum going into the half. With the ball now is Kern. 12 on 12 here for Wawasee and Bethany. It's passed over to the right baseline. Now the step back is off the mark. Rebounded by Aaron Evans. Aaron Evans pushing, puts up the shot, and he travels. Bad travel there as he was looking to shoot the half quarter before the time expired with just a couple seconds left, but he turns the ball over, and now with 1.2 seconds to go in the first half, Bethany's going to have a shot to possibly get a last second shot here before the half, as Ryan Eddington is checking out, and checking in is Zach Linnemeyer.
Yeah,
Linnemeyer getting his first minutes of the game here.
We're getting his first seconds. With a second left, Zach Linnemeyer, known for his defense, not going to give up any easy points to Bethany Christian.
Quick shot here is what they're looking for. Contested 3 from the left wing is off the mark. Lucky there by Linnemeyer. There's a lot of contact there. That could have been a foul shooting 3, but no call, and that's going to end the first half. Your score after the first half is 27-18. Wawasee up by 9 over the Bethany Bruins. Well, stay tuned. We're going to be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CBG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wawasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. Get custom solutions to your sign needs, including banners, commercial signs, graphic designs, and vehicles. 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. On Facebook at 1950 Signs and Graphics. 574-325-0758.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Pizza Hut. Pizza, pasta, wings, desserts, indoor seating for the whole family, online ordering, adult beverages, and delivery in the Syracuse area. Syracuse Pizza Hut on State Road 13 in Syracuse. 574-457-8300 or online at pizzahut.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty in Syracuse. The Northern Lakes Realty team is a full-service realty company helping you buy and sell homes as well as assisting with leasing opportunities. Northern Lakes Realty is your hometown realty team located across from Pickwick Theater in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Welcome back to the Warrior Teepee. If you're just joining us, it is halftime. 27-18 is your score as your Wawasee Warriors are up by 9 over the Bethany Bruins. And Andrew, a very well put together game plan here by Coach Everingham and the Wawasee Warriors. They are playing very well, being very aggressive on defense. That is translating into turnovers and fast break points right now.
Yeah, well, Michael, the thing that they're doing differently from previous games is that they're mixing things up. They're not staying in that 3-2 zone, which they love so much that they stay in all the time, even when teams know it and they break it. So now they're transitioning a little bit. They're playing a little 3-2. They're playing some man-to-man. They're pressuring the ball. They're doing different things, and it's working very well for them as they're causing turnovers. They're causing Bethany to speed up, and if it isn't for the hot shooting of Brownsburger Keys for Bethany Christian, then this game would be way more expanded. The lead would be way more expanded for Wawasee than it already is. Really quick, though, I have to give a quick shout-out to a statistician for Wawasee coming up here and giving the stats. So looks like I don't have to take stats anymore for the game, Michael. This is going to be a little bit easier for me.
It's your lucky day.
I guess so, but a very good job of switching things up, and I'm going to put somebody on a double-double watch already. Jairus Boyer, 10 points in that first half and 6 rebounds.
Wow.
So he's on his way to a double-double for the Warriors, and like I said, he's going to be someone that needs to step up, and he's done it multiple different ways. He's gotten really good looks offensively, but he's created opportunities for his teammates, getting those offensive rebounds. Then he also has 3 or 4 assists. I'm not going to go triple-double watch.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet triple-double watch, but definitely a double-double watch for Jairus Boyer as he's doing multiple things right for Wawasee on offense.
Wawasee playing so well right now. What do you think the biggest thing they need to continue doing in order to expand on this lead?
They can't get comfortable. Yeah. That's the thing that they can't do. They can't get comfortable with the 9-point lead because we've seen it. Bethany can shoot the basketball.
Yep.
They're no slouch when it comes to shooting the basketball. They're a small school, but they can definitely shoot it from downtown. They've got 3 guys that have already knocked down 2 3-pointers, so they're definitely going to have to get out on the shooters, not give them any open looks, and just don't settle for anything. You got to stay aggressive. Just continue the things that you did in that first half, and you'll be fine.
Andrew, you had a final stat breakdown for us, or we got a final stat breakdown from the statistician.
Well, both. I took one and we got one. So let's see how good
let's see how it went. Yeah.
Let's see this. So on the statistician paper, let's see here. The leading scorer for that first half for Wawasee, Jairus Boyer, he had 10 points, so I was right there. And then Brownsburger Keys for Bethany was the leading scorer. He had 9 points. He went 3 for 3 from the 3-point line, Michael. 3 for 4 shooting all around. So I guess he's a better 3-point shooter than he is from 2-point land. I don't know. That's not a stat that you usually see, but something cool here. Wawasee has 10 offensive rebounds, 6 defensive, so 16 rebounds in that first half. They're doing a very, very good job. They have 9 assists. Excuse me, I almost said 6 again. They have 9 assists, so they're sharing the basketball very, very well, and they have 6 turnovers along with 6 steals, so those kind of cancel out there. Now looking over at Bethany Christian, they only have 3 rebounds on the day, and all of them are on the defensive end. They have not gotten any second chance opportunities. They have 8 turnovers to their 1 steal.
Yeah.
So they have to do a better job at taking care of the basketball. That was one of the keys of the game. For Coach Gingrich of Bethany Christian, he said they have to be able to handle the basketball and handle the pressure of Wawasee. Excuse me there. They actually didn't even get to the free throw line in that one. Wawasee went 2 for 2 from the free throw line. So as aggressive as we've seen these teams, neither one has really gotten an opportunity to go to the free throw line. There actually weren't that many fouls in that first half. Let's see. I don't know if I take that. Yes, I do actually. 4 fouls. 4 fouls apiece for both teams in that first half. So not really getting to the line as much as you might think with how aggressive this game's been, but the refs aren't calling very much, so that's good for Wawasee. You know, they can continue to be that aggressive. For Bethany Christian, you've got to get more aggressive defensively and try to create more opportunities for you, because if you keep doing this, you're always going to be on the outside looking in. You got to do something different.
Yeah, and you kind of talked about the rebounds that Bethany was really struggling with. Wawasee 10 offensive rebounds, and something that Wawasee has been doing so well in this game, which is something they have been doing lately, is rebounding, and Bethany really needs to stop that. And the size difference is actually not that different. And if you look at on paper, it actually looks like Bethany has the advantage. So Bethany really needs to take advantage of that and get the boards. And I think that's their biggest key. Do you have any other thoughts that you think you kind of talked about, just being more patient and better passes, limit the turnovers? But anything else you see Bethany doing to get back into this game?
Well, they need their starters to step up more, Michael. They only have one starter right now that's stepping up, and Brownsburger Keys. Everybody else off the bench is playing some big minutes so far. Now looking over at Wawasee, honestly, all the starters have been playing big minutes. You've got Aaron Evans, who played 16, Jacob Hand, Jairus Boyer, they all played 16, Austin Miller. You got about 3 minutes from Caden Wagoner. You got about 13 minutes from Ryan Eddington. Then you got 1 second from Zach Lindemeyer. So I guess the starters for Wawasee doing a good job, but, with the fouls that were called in that first half, I would expect it to get a little bit tighter here in the second half, so you got to be able to utilize the bench.
Yep. We're going to take our first break of the halftime show. When we return, we're going to get you right back to Bethany Wawasee Warrior basketball action. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CBG TV. Stay tuned.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Loyal Plumbing in Syracuse. Whether your home or business needs plumbing, heating, cooling, well, or septic services, Loyal Plumbing's trained experts can help. Go Warriors! Loyal Plumbing, 574-658-4134.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme in Syracuse. Family bowling, burgers, wings, fries, pizza, daily lunch and dinner specials, and ice cream for dessert. Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Proudly supporting our Wawasee Warrior athletes. Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zip line, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse, 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina, a full-service marina on the east side of Webster Lake, selling new trifecta pontoons, polar craft boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu outboards. Sox Marina can take care of all of your boating storage, sales, and service needs. Online at soxmarina.com or 574-834-2894. Go Warriors!
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by Pilcher Shoes in North Webster. For over 70 years, Pilcher Shoes has helped with hurting feet. They offer Brooks running and walking shoes in all sizes. Open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pilcher Shoes on State Road 13 in North Webster, 574-834-7463 or online at pilchershoes.com.
Welcome back to the Hardwood. TP Warrior fans, we got a minute 20 left to go till we get you back to Wawasee Bethany action here. And the Warriors right now up big at the half, 9 points off of very good offensive and very good defensive play. It's been refreshing to see the Warriors clicking on all cylinders here on both sides of the ball. And right now it's showing as their defense has played a majority of the role here with multiple turnovers off of their pressing defense. Really doing a nice job, and that's translating to turnovers and points in transition. Andrew, before we get ready here with just 50 seconds to go, what are your final thoughts on what Wawasee needs to do? We kind of talked about just playing with confidence and doing what they're doing, but any other players or things that you think they need to improve on?
Stay aggressive offensively, stay aggressive defensively, and if the game starts getting tighter in terms of fouls, your bench has to be ready to go. You know, we saw that they didn't really have that many minutes in terms of depth for Wawasee, but you got to be ready to go at a moment's notice. Now for Bethany, you have to get way more aggressive in this one. Yep. They've kind of sat back, played in a 2-3 zone defensively, which can throw some teams off. The only problem is those 2-3 zones kind of waste a lot of time. So I would suggest coming out of that one, maybe actually going to a different zone, like a 1-3-1, one that would cause more discomfort and turnovers. Or you just got to be more aggressive and do something different here defensively.
I agree with the aggressiveness, but also on the other hand, I also think they need to be patient with the passing and on the offensive end. They need to be more patient, and they're really panicking when Wawasee tries to double team them on the defensive end. So Wawasee needs to keep that up and forcing Bethany to turn the ball over, but Bethany really needs to just stay calm, be aggressive, but be smart as well. As we start the third quarter here, Bethany's going to start with the ball down by 9. With it is the senior, number 12, Kern. Kern passes it over the right side to Brenneman. Now back to Kern, now moving to the perimeter. The very long three from the top of the key is airballed off the mark, going to go to the Warriors. Bad shot there by number 20, Lucas Brownsberger. Keys, a little bit of a shot to see how hot he was, as he was hitting in the first half, and bad miss there to start the third. So Wawasee's going to take over up by 9. if they get their first possession of the second half.
That's definitely the worst thing that could happen for you offensively. The best thing would have been had he hit that shot, but he missed it, and he missed it badly.
Eddington takes a 3 on the other end. He misses another offensive board and put back by Jairus Boyer, getting closer and closer to that double-double as the score now reads 29-18 in favor of Wawasee. That's Boyer's 12th point of the night, the leading scorer for the Warriors. That 3-2 zone being applied here now by the Warriors. Let's see if Bethany can switch it up here and get some noise going on offense. Goswami, who started on the bench, starts here in the second half, and great job there, feeding it to the post, and a big block down low by Eddington on Van Gooten. He gets the offensive board, puts it right back up, is fouled, going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws here, but a big block there. Great job by the Warriors fixing their out of position and getting back for the big block, but a foul call nonetheless on the offensive board and putback. So let's see if Van Gooten can cut into the Wawasee lead with some free throws here. And I think this is the first free throws of the night for Bethany right now.
This is their first trip to the charity stripe tonight, and Van Gooten actually got blocked from both sides, from behind and from the front. Aaron Evans on the back, and then Ryan Eddington, a huge block from the front. There was no way that ball was going anywhere. Both of those guys have swatted it as Van Gooten missed that first free throw, rattled around the rim for a second, and then went out. But he had no shot of that one. He did, however, get his own rebound off of the block and then got fouled by hand, so it ended up being okay. However, missing that first free throw, Michael, you got to be able to capitalize on these opportunities. His second free throw is up and good, so he goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line, cutting into this lead. 29-19 your score with 7 minutes left in this third quarter.
Wawasee takes over on offense, and with the ball on the left wing is Eddington. He gets to the top of the key to Evans, right back to Eddington on the left wing. Now to Evans at the top. Passes over the right side to Aaron Miller. Now the ball to the top of the key to Evans. Evans takes the 3, and he's off the mark, going to be rebounded by Bethany. That's Goswami. The senior gets the board, passes it over to his point guard, Kern. He passes half court, now goes over to number 20, Keys. Keys takes the quick 3 from the left wing. He's off the mark. Offensive board, and the shot is put up, blocked, but a foul called. And so Brenneman's going to go back to the line for Bethany to shoot 2 more free throws. But good job there. A kind of switch of what happened in the first half as Wawasee was dominant on the offensive boards, and now a quick offensive board there by Brenneman. And now he might be able to get 2 more points here for Bethany.
Then we got some action down here at the scores table. Looks like Caden Wegener is going to be checking into the game, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's for number 30, Aaron Evans, as Brenneman's first free throw is off the mark. Wegener's checking in, and yep, it is for Aaron Evans. Evans, one of Wawasee's best three-point shooters, struggling drastically in this game. He's 1 for 7, so 14% from the three-point line. He's got to start looking to pass the ball off to his teammates and try to create things instead of trying to force things from the three-point line, as Brenneman's second free throw is good, so he goes 1 for 2 as well. Bethany 2 for 4 from the free throw line, shooting 50%.
And you can't miss those free throws being down how you are. Bethany really need to start shooting better from the charity stripe if they want a chance to get back here in this one. With the ball is Wawasee, moved around the perimeter here, being patient on offense, trying to get the best possible look. They have the comfortable 9-point lead and being patient with it as always. With the ball at the top is Wegener. Wegener pumps. Now takes it back, takes a screen, and passes it off the left. Now a quick 3 from the left wing is just long off the mark. Rebound goes to Jacob Hand, and he gets it right back to his point guard at the top of the key in Wegener. Another offensive board for Wawasee. Great job there by the Warriors. Ball go over to the right wing, and a quick 3 from the right wing off the mark, and now we have an over-the-back call on Jairus Boyers. He got the offensive board, but they call a foul on him, so it's going to go to Bethany.
I'm not sure I totally agree with that call, Michael. That ball just kind of went right into the hands of Boyer. They said that he pushed off, but I think he was just in the right place at the right time. Nonetheless, he gets the call. That's going to be his second foul of the night.
With the ball is Kern for Bethany. Taking over on offense are the Bruins, down by 9, 5:46 left to go in the third quarter. Goswami has it now on the right wing, being guarded by Wegener. 3-2 zone still being applied as the ball is tipped out of bounds by the defending Austin Miller for the Warriors. So it's going to stay here with Bethany, but always nice to see the defense getting their hands in there and causing some trouble. Taking it out on the right sideline is number 20, Lucas Brownsberger Keys. He passes it in to Kern. 5.5 minutes to go, 9-point lead for Wawasee. Bethany moving around the perimeter. Goswami had to pass it over to Kern. Kern dribble drive, now kick out to Goswami on the right wing. He picks up his dribble and now passes it right back to Kern. Now back to Goswami. Pump thought about the 3, passes it back over to Kern. Back and forth right now from senior to senior. Now taking it back, looks like Bethany going to set up an offensive play here. The ball goes to Goswami in the corner. He's double teamed, gets out of it. It's tipped and luckily picked up by Bethany. That's going to be Keys. He passes it over to Kern. Back to Keys. Keys one-on-one. Pumps, drives, gets around. Now he's going to kick out to the top. Pump drive again by Kern, and he gets it over to Keys. So good defense right now by Wawasee, making Bethany pick it up and pass it without getting any good offensive looks. Bethany's still moving around the perimeter now. Keys has it. Now over to Kern. Back over to Keys. Keys looking to pass somewhere. Gets it to Goswami in the left corner. He's trapped. Beautiful pass down low. And the shot is put up, blocked. Gets his own board. Puts it up. Misses it again. So Van Gooten, a couple opportunities there. Misses both of them. Good defense there by Eddington to block it. And then get right back to play tough defense. Wawasee takes over, not giving up any points there. Unbelievable pass and foul and one by Boyer. That was a beautiful pass there. I don't know how he squeezed it between defenders there. Caden Wegener, the gorgeous assist. And Jacob Hand gets the bucket and the foul. Going to the line to shoot an and one, but wow, that pass from the point guard. Unbelievable.
That's a true point guard right there in Caden Wegener. An outstanding pass right there. Recognizing that he had an open player and Hand all the way down at the baseline, but he threw that pass through 4 defenders for Bethany Christian, just whoom, right by their heads. Wow, how did he see that?
I don't know. As the free throw is good by Hand, that's going to bump the lead to 12 as we have a substitution here. Number 32, Evan Brown, checking in for number 44, Jack Van Gooten. 32-20, your score. Wawasee up by 12, 4:19 left to go in the third quarter, and Wawasee still going to be in their full court press. Looks like it's going to be a man-to-man press now. It's broken now by Brenneman.
Nobody picks up Brenneman.
No one did. He takes it all the way and puts up the easy layup. And right now, Coach Everingham frustrated. He's going to send in a sub, it looks like. Now at the ball is Wegener. Wegener passes half court. Looks like that high 2-3 zone being applied again by Bethany. Ball passed down low, then kicked by Seth Brenneman. The Wawasee going to take it out down low. And checking in for the Warriors is Aaron Evans for Jairus Boyer. And Coach Everingham talking to Boyer about that last play. Frustrated with it right now. Wawasee takes out nonetheless underneath their own basket. 32-22, your score. And Bethany not going away here. They're getting it close. Only a 10-point lead, and that can be eradicated shortly. Ball pass to the left side to Wegener. Over to Evans, now back to Wegener. Wegener has it now at the top of the key. And Bethany has yet to get out of their 2-3 zone. I believe they've been playing this the entire game. Wegener has it now on offense for Wawasee. Another beautiful pass down low to Jacob Hand. He misses it through a lot of contact. Offensive rebound and putback by Eddington, so results in 2 points nonetheless. Bethany pushing it on the other end, gets it over to number 14, Brenneman, who had the wide open layup, misses it. Rebound goes to Wawasee, and then a quick foul there on Brenneman. Frustration foul there. It looks like that's going to be the Bruins' second foul of the half. Not very many fouls in this half, as Wawasee has 3, and the Bruins have 2 with 3.5 minutes to go in the third. As Boyer is going to be checking back in for Wawasee, Ryan Eddington going to be checking out. And I think that Boyer just got checked out there because coach wanted to yell at him a little bit, talk about the last play, but he gets right back in as he's been playing the best right now for Wawasee. Multiple rebounds. Do you know how many rebounds he has? He's close to a double-double. Got 12 points. Hey, I believe 7 rebounds.
Give me a second. He's got 8 rebounds.
8 rebounds.
5 offensive and 3 defensive. He's doing a great job on the glass.
Eschbach is also checked in for Wawasee. The Warriors moving around the perimeter now. Eschbach has it in the left wing. Passes to the free throw line. Beautiful pass from the free throw line to bottom of the baseline to Hand, and he lays it up in the reverse layup. 14-point lead now for the Warriors. Beautiful passing right now for Wawasee. Ball pass to Brown down low in the low block. He kicks it out to the top of the key to Keys. Keys is double team. Passes it over to number 12, Kern. Man-to-man defense looks like it's being applied here by Wawasee. 2:45 left to go in the third quarter here. 36-22 your score. Wawasee beating the Bethany Bruins by 14 here. Pump drive by Kern. He's triple teamed now on the low baseline. It's tipped away, picked up by Wawasee. Now they're pushing in transition. Wegener has it. He drives, picks the ball out. Eschbach, the transition 3 is off the mark. Rebound by Wegener. Wegener pumps, thought about shooting the 3. Drives baseline on the right side, and now it looks like they're going to call a foul, blocking call there. I believe that's going to be on Brownsburg Keys and the Bethany Bruins. That's going to be the third foul for the Bruins.
That's actually going to be on number 14, Seth Brenneman. That's going to be his second foul.
Both teams have 3 fouls here with 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. Still 36-22 your score. Wawasee up by 14. The Warriors playing a very well third quarter right now as their passing has been very, very good. And that's been led by senior point guard Caden Wegener. Aaron Evans has the top of the key over to Wegener. Now over to Eschbach. Eschbach thought about taking the 3 from the left wing. Looks like he's going to try and pass it off instead. Does get it to Wegener at the top. Another beautiful pass down low to Hand. He puts it up in, and another foul. And an exhibition of beautiful passing by the senior Caden Wegener. I don't know how he's finding and squeezing it in between those defenders.
This is
Beautiful passes.
This is fun to watch right now.
Unbelievable
Caden Wegener, an excellent passer for Wawasee, on full display right now, and it's just really, really fun and impressive to watch.
Beautiful passing there by the senior, and another and one opportunity for Jacob Hand. Hand going through his routine, already up by 16 are the Warriors, trying to make it 17 here. Free throw off the mark, rebound goes to Schenk and the Bruins, so it's going to stay at a 16-point lead here as the Bruins take over on offense on a dominating third quarter for Wawasee. Jump shot from the free throw line's off the mark, and it's going to be tipped off of a Bethany Bruins, so Wawasee's going to take over off of the quick shot by the Bruins. Minute 45 left to go in the third, as the third has completely been in control of the Warriors, as the Warriors doing a great job on offense especially. Beautiful passing, setting up easy layups, and that is how you win games right there.
And it looks like Bethany's gone out of their 2-3 zone and into a man-to-man defense. Oh, actually, no, they did
I
drop.
don't think so,
They did drop back down into their 2-3 zone. So actually, a turnover there by Caden Wegener as he was trying to swing the ball over to Eschbach. Eschbach was wide open. They just weren't on the same page right there. But actually, an interesting move there as they were kind of doing a lackadaisical full-court press, man-to-man, and then when they pass half-court, drop down into their 2-3 defense.
With the ball for the Bruins is number 14, Brenneman. He passes it over to Keys. He's double-teamed on the low block, and now his ball is stolen. It's going the other way in transition is Aaron Evans. Now he passes over the left side to Wegener. Wegener passes it over to Eschbach. Eschbach takes a three from the right wing. He's off the mark, and it's going to go to Schenk. The rebound by Bethany Christian. The Bruins have not scored in several possessions. Let's see if they get something here. They get a quick three from the right wing. It's long off the mark. Another rebound by Evans, and Evans not scoring a lot of points, but has a lot of steals and a lot of boards, doing a great job overall. 50 seconds to go. Wegener's double team, gets it over to Hand. Hand now double team, kicked over to Aaron Evans. Now at the top of the key is Wegener. He draws the foul that's going to go against number 22, Tristan Moore. And a timeout called here by Wawasee. So we're going to take a quick break with 42 seconds to go. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CBG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wawasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP. Warrior fans, your score after the Bethany timeout is 38-22 in favor of the Warriors. The Warriors having an unbelievable third quarter, and leading the charge is senior point guard Caden Wegener with beautiful passes down low, which have been setting up easy layups for teammates Jacob Hand and Jairus Boyer, as they've just been pickpocketing there.
I was going to say this, Jacob Hand didn't score at all in that first half, and now he's the second leading scorer, only behind Jairus Boyer with 7 points, and that's all because of Caden Wegener finding Hand wide open. Also Jairus Boyer finding Hand wide open down low there in that short corner in that 2-3 zone. So his teammates setting Hand up very nicely, and Hand's able to capitalize. With 42 seconds left, we're definitely going to expect Wawasee to hope for the last shot and go into their patient offense.
Yep, Wawasee just picking apart the zone of Bethany, and Bethany hasn't gone out of it. They've stayed in this zone the entire game, so let's see if they change that up as the ball is passed down low to a wide-open Jacob Hand, but we have a turnover called. I think that's going to be a carry on Jacob Hand.
No, they're going to call a 3-second in the lane.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. So a 3-second call there, turnover for Wawasee, so they're not going to get the last shot here. Bethany with 25 seconds to go.
With all the steals they've been getting, they might get a turnover here, especially with Jacob Hand being so far up guarding Bethany Christian.
With the ball now is Brown. He's double team at the top of the key. Tries to get out of it. Nowhere to go with it. Now they have a 5-second call.
Told ya.
And Andrew calls it as the beautiful double team works to perfection. The Warriors draw a turnover, gets the ball right back. And now 14.3 seconds to go in the third quarter. Now it looks like Wawasee will have the last shot here, but I probably shouldn't say anything. Knock on wood, as I've been wrong.
No, Wawasee is going to get the last shot. Watch.
You heard it from the man himself. With 5 seconds to go, Wegener has at the top of the key. Passing it over the right wing to Evans. Evans with 3, 2, 1. Passes it over the left side, and the very long three from the left wing is just short off the mark by Wegener, so that's going to end the third quarter. Your score after the end of 3, Wawasee 38, Bethany 22. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to get you right back to the fourth quarter action of Wawasee Bethany basketball. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CBG TV.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. Get custom solutions to your sign needs, including banners, commercial signs, graphic designs, and vehicles. 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. On Facebook at 1950 Signs and Graphics. 574-325-0758.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Pizza Hut. Pizza, pasta, wings, desserts, indoor seating for the whole family, online ordering, adult beverages, and delivery in the Syracuse area. Syracuse Pizza Hut on State Road 13 in Syracuse. 574-457-8300 or online at pizzahut.com.
Welcome back to the Hardwood Teepee. After 3 quarters, the score is 38-22. Wawasee has a commanding 16-point lead over the Bethany Bruins. And Wawasee trying to snap their 6-game losing streak here at home at the Hardwood Teepee. Looks like they're going to get that, Andrew. Very good play right now by the Warriors.
It's so catchy.
Hopefully that continues. Yeah, and Andrew's singing the Warrior fight song.
At the end of every third quarter for JV, varsity, boys, girls, basketball, they always do the Wawasee fight song. And man, it's starting to grow on me. It's catchy.
16-point lead, like I said. Now it looks like it's a 1-3-1 defense here.
Is it bad that we know Wawasee's fight song more than we know Fairfield's fight song?
It's true. I feel like we live here, honestly.
Yeah, sometimes.
Eddington heads on the right wing. He's double team, kicks it out to Evans. Now over to Miller. Miller, the wide open 3 from the left baseline, off the mark. Loose ball rebounded by Brenneman and Bethany. Brenneman pushing now, and he tries to pass it off to number 30, Ronik Goswami, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Goswami. He wasn't even looking for the pass, so miscommunication there by the Bruins, and it results in a turnover. 38-22, your score right now. 7:23 left to go in the fourth quarter. Wawasee has the ball and the lead. Jacob Hand has it at the point guard position. And no, it's still that 2-3 zone. It looks like it's just very extended. They're trying to trap as much as possible in the corners. With the ball is Evans. Wawasee trying to be very patient as they have the commanding lead with just 7 minutes to go in the game. And then their patient offense. Pass to the right wing, now pass to the free throw line, now over the left baseline, pump, drive, tries to pass down low to Boyer, and now we have another 3-second call as Boyer and Hand been caught down there a couple of times, and now it's going to be a turnover for Wawasee.
You know, it's the right call, Michael. It's just not a call that you usually see in high school basketball. But with how much, sorry, I can't talk tonight. With how successful Wawasee's been down there in that post, you can't blame Boyer and Hand for camping out there in the lane.
Yeah, and I think you have an excuse, buddy. You're really feeling sick right now, so.
Oh, yeah, thanks for nobody knew that out there. I sound great.
You do, no doubt.
No, I'm
just giving you an excuse here.
I'm fighting off a cold just like everybody else is. It just seemed to be going around as Brenneman puts up a shot off the mark, but it looks like he's going to be fouled by Jairus Boyer, so he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. But the sickness is going around. Yeah. It's getting everybody. It's gotten multiple Wawasee players. It's gotten me. It's gotten everybody.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to be around too much of you guys to try and stay away, keep the voice fresh. But yeah, 3 games this week. We gotta keep it alive here.
So I'm trying to talk as least amount as possible during the school day. I actually told my teachers, I'm probably not going to talk at all in class, so don't call on me. So I got a little bit of an excuse. Don't tell them I said that, of course. However,
of course.
I'm saving it all for the broadcast, so I'm saving it all for you guys. You should feel special. Brenneman's first free throw is good. He's going through his routine to shoot his second one right here, and it is up and in off the iron. Brenneman goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Your score 38-24. Wawasee now with the 14-point lead with 6:38 left to go in the fourth quarter. And Bethany desperately needs some turnovers here to try and get back in this one. Down double digits. Hand has it on the right wing. He passes it over to the left baseline. Skipped over the top of the key. Now over the right wing. Wide open 3 is good. Great shot there by Eddington. And Eddington finally getting into his groove offensively as he was not scoring very well coming off of his injury. He's only played, I believe, 3 games after his bad injury in practice a couple weeks ago. And so now it's nice to see him lighting it up from the offensive end. 41-24 your score. The Warriors with a commanding lead with 6 minutes to go in the game. Bethany has it on offense now. They get it down low into the post. The fadeaway jumper is good. Nice shot there by Brenneman. And I believe he's the leading scorer right now for Bethany with 11 points.
He's got 11 right now on the night. for Bethany Christian, him and Brownsburg Keys, and then also Goswami, who's knocked down a couple three-pointers. They're doing a really nice job offensively for the Bruins.
Baseline drive by Eddington. Beautiful pass to Miller. Miller kicks it out to the right wing, and now Jacob Hand has it at the top of the key. He's just going to be patient with it as he picks the dribble up. Now he passes it over to Eddington. Eddington takes another three from the right wing, and he is off the mark. Offensive rebound by Miller. Miller kicks it out to the right wing. Now back over to Eddington on the right wing. Thought about shooting it and passes it off instead. And Wawasee can afford to be pretty patient here, up by 15 points here as we have a reach-in foul here.
Not sure what that foul was all about. That was definitely an intentional foul right there. There was no chance for a steal on that one, so I'm not quite sure what that was all about.
Frustration foul call, probably.
Either frustration or trying to stop the clock. I'm not quite sure. However, Keys gets the foul called in. I got another stat line for you here, Michael. Jacob Hand's filling out the stat sheet. He's got 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 7 points, so he's doing it on all ends of the spectrum right here. He's definitely filling out that stat sheet along with Jairus Boyer, so those two seniors having good nights for Wawasee all around.
And he's not even 100%, just getting off that flu that's been going around, so nice to see him still playing well and just shows how dynamic of a player he is. Ball passed down low to the low post to Austin Miller. He loses it on the double team, and Bethany pushing on the other end. Fast break pass over to the right baseline. The three is up and good by Brownsburger Keys. So another three there by the senior. I believe all of his made buckets have been three-pointers.
You are not wrong.
41-29 your score now. Wawasee still with the lead here.
There's a first for everything.
12-point lead for the Warriors as the drive kick out results in a three-point attempt from the right wing by Eddington. He's off the mark, rebounded by Kern, and Bethany pushing the other way now. They need some buckets desperately here to try and get back into it. Still 4:20 left to go in the fourth, but down by 12. They need a bucket desperately here. If they can get a three here to cut it to single digits, it could be a lot here as we have a pump, a drive, and a travel call as Brenneman went up with it and looked like he forgot to shoot it, came down back with it. That's a travel turnover for Bethany.
Well, fantastic defense there by Ryan Eddington, Michael, as he already has multiple blocks in this game. He jumped up and was definitely going to swat Brenneman, and he knew it, so he tried to pull it back down, and he wasn't able to get the shot off, so he traveled.
With the ball now as Wegener passes it over to Evans, and Evans needs to pass half court quickly here. He finally does. He's double-teamed as soon as he passes, and he goes over the right side and is fouled quickly by number 24, Caleb Shank. That's going to send Evans to the line. That's the 7th foul in the second half, so that's going to be a one-on-one opportunity here for Wawasee, already up by 12.
4 minutes left. You're already starting to foul intentionally, so a bold move here for Bethany Christian's coach. However, they are down by quite a bit, so they got to do something. As Evans' first free throw is up and off the mark. Boyer fighting for the offensive rebound. It's loose, and it looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch off of Aaron Evans.
So Bethany, I guess it pays off there with the foul and then missed free throw. They get the ball right back, and they now need a bucket here because that's not going to continue to happen. Wawasee known for being a very good shooting team from the free throw line.
Mike, I'll give you $1 if you can name me the coach who actually started that whole make teams shoot free throws.
That was the NC State Coach Vano, I think it is.
Yeah, you saw that 30 for 32.
I did see that. So I'll be expecting that $1.
Okay, fine.
Brownsburger Keys has at the top of the key, passes over to the right side, over to Kern. 3.5 minutes to go. Goswami has it on the low block, and now he's double-teamed, tries to kick it out, and it's tipped out of bounds off of Wawasee Warriors. It's going to stay here with Bethany.
Gosh dang it, I'm not going to lie. I was doubting your basketball IQ on that one, but I guess I overestimated you, or underestimated you, Michael. I apologize.
All is forgiven. Bethany taking it out down the left sideline. They do get it into Kern. Kern being picked up immediately by Wegener. Wawasee in their 3-2 zone defense, and with just 3.5 minutes to go, Bethany needs a quick bucket here, down by 12. With it now is Kern. He dribbles left, passes the ball over to the top of the key to Shank. Another ball over to Brownsburger Keys. He passes down low. 1-on-1 is the point guard and Aaron Evans. And a beautiful move there as Kern goes up and in, and that's going to cut the lead to 10 here with still 3 minutes to go in the game and a timeout call. We're going to keep it here with just 3 minutes to go. And Andrew, it looks like Bethany's got a little bit of fight left in him. Getting close to cutting it to a single-digit game.
Well, I told you Wawasee's got to stay aggressive, and they've started to go patient offensively, which is not a bad move. However, they haven't really had any good looks offensively. And then something else, Bethany has started to box out, and Wawasee hasn't been able to get those second chance opportunities. Jairus Boyer, who was blowing up for the first 3 quarters, has kind of been, in no man's land here in the fourth quarter. Hasn't really done anything, hasn't gotten a rebound, hasn't scored. So Jairus Boyer is definitely going to need to come back in this fourth quarter with only 3 minutes left to ensure this Wawasee win, up by 10 with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, and right now, feeling it right now for Bethany is Brownsburger Keys and then number 14, Seth Brenneman. Both seniors doing really well right now, and for Wawasee, you got to be able to notice their ability to catch fire right now, so they really need to shut down those 2 players and, like you said, be more aggressive on offense.
Well, Brenneman's finishing abilities is really, really impressive, Michael, as he's able to finish through hard contact from Evans and Hand. So that's really impressive. You can't really do much of that. You got to kind of tip your hat to him. But Brownsburger Keys, they're doing a great job defensively at knowing where he's at all times and getting to him as soon as he catches the basketball and pressuring him. They're not letting him get off a catch and shoot three-pointers. So they're doing a good job defensively against Keys. However, there's not much you can do against someone like Brenneman who can just finish through contact.
Naturally, with only 3 minutes to go in the 10-point deficit, Bethany Christian full court pressing. The press results in a tip pass out of bounds, so it's going to stay here with Wawasee off of Bethany.
Knocks off a second off the clock.
Ball now passed into Hand. He's double teamed. He's right back to the inbounder in Wegener. Wegener pushing 3-2 break here. Now he's going to dribble back out. He's double teamed on the right side. Passes it over to Boyer. Boyer's double teamed in the corner. Passes it over to Hand at the top of the key. Now over to Wegener on the right wing. And now he is fouled immediately. That's going to go against number 12, Corey Kern. So Wegener going to go to the line and shoot a 1-1. And I wonder there if in the Bethany huddle they kind of talked about specific players they wanted to foul if they didn't get a quick steal. So let's see if Wegener can step up to the challenge.
Wegener's only shot the ball 2 times here tonight. Looks like I don't know what that was all about. The referee was talking to Wegener. I guess maybe Wegener was shaken up on the play and he was just seeing if he was okay. But Wegener's only shot twice in this one. He missed a 3-pointer, then knocked the second one down from the same spot. So they haven't really gotten to see if Wegener's a good shooter, as the first free throw is in and out.
Wow.
So Wawasee is not shooting so hot right now from the charity stripe.
With the ball is Kern. He heads to the top of the key. 2:45 to go. Only a 10-point lead for Wawasee, and Bethany has the ball now. On a little bit of a comeback here. Let's see if they can convert more buckets here and try and cut into this lead. Brownsburger Keys has it on the left wing. He tries to pass it down low, and it's stolen by Jacob Hand. Big-time defense there by the Wawasee senior. And Wawasee going to take over on offense up by 10 with 2.5 to go. And then another quick foul on number 12, Corey Kern. That's going to be his second foul, and that's going to be the team's 9th foul of the half. So still 1-1, and Caden Wegener going to try and redeem himself here as he gets back to the line for another 1-on-1 opportunity. 2:25 left to go in the game. Wawasee's trying to break, like I said earlier, that 6-game losing streak. A really big win here if they can get this one out tonight, as another missed free throw luckily goes into the hands of Jacob Hand. And then we have a foul called on Bethany Christian. That's going to be on Brownsburger Keys. So a huge offensive rebound by Jacob Hand, and that's going to be the 10th foul on Bethany. Jacob Hand going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws now here for Wawasee. And Bethany, their fouls and making Wawasee shoot the free throw has been working, but they got to get boards like that if they're going to do that. First free throw attempt is good by Jacob Hand. I think he's perfect from the line so far this game.
He's 2 for 3. He's missed 1 free throw, but Jacob Hand, he's got 4 assists, 4 steals, and 7 rebounds so far, 4 offensive and 3 defensive, as he missed that second free throw. But filling out the stat sheet right now, Jacob Hand.
Brenneman passes it over to Keys. Keys takes the 3 from the right wing, and he is good. Big 3 there by the senior, and it's now an 8-point lead for Wawasee with still 2 minutes to go in the game.
Wawasee was just a half a step late there getting out to Keys, and he made him pay definitely, as we got another foul here from Kern. They're not even going to play defense. They're just going to foul him for the rest of the time.
Wow.
But if they can keep knocking down threes, then with 2 minutes left, they might be able to. I'm not going to do the math.
Especially if Wawasee is missing the free throws.
I'm not going to do the math, but they definitely could get back in this one with 2 minutes left if they keep fouling and knocking down 3-pointers. 3 points is more than 2, so
that's right.
The more that they can do that, the better opportunity they have here. Wegener is struggling from the charity stripe here. He's 0 for 2 so far, as his 3rd attempt at the free throw line is up and good. So Wegener finally catches in from the charity stripe, as he's got 1 more free throw. Wawasee will be shooting 2 free throws for the rest of the night, as they're in the double bonus. So Wegener unfazed by the 1-on-1 opportunity here, as he goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
And that free throw was big. Now that makes that a 4-possession game instead of a 3-possession game here. So now Bethany, with just 2 minutes to go, really needs a quick bucket here. Brenneman has it on the low left block. He puts up the fadeaway off the mark. Rebound goes to Jacob Hand, and Jacob Hand passes half court. Let's see if Bethany fouls again. He picks up his dribble, passes it over to Evans. Now passes it down low. The shot is put up and off the mark. A lot of contact there. Boyer thought it was fouled. No foul call as Bethany gets the ball back, and they're going to be pushing the other end. Another quick 3 just long off the mark by Keys. Rebound goes to Jacob Hand. Another board by Jacob Hand. Great game there by the senior. And now with a minute and a half to go, Wawasee up by 10.
Ooh,
Wegener has it.
What a crossover move there by Caden Wegener, just putting a shank on roller skates there.
Now he skips it over to the left baseline, goes over to Hand. Passing it around the perimeter now. The Warriors have it. And good job there by Miller. He had a wide open three from the right baseline, but declined to take it. Knew that his team had the lead and decided to just pass it off. And now we have a foul called, and that's going to send Wawasee to the line. That's going to be on number 20, Keys. That's going to be the 11th foul for the Bruins. And now Jacob Hand, who's been shooting well from the charity stripe, is going to get 2 more shots here.
Jacob Hand is 1 rebound away and 2 points away from a double-double. So if he knocks down both of these 2 free throws as the first free throw is in. So all he needs is 1 more free throw and 1 more rebound, and Jacob Hand's got a double-double on the night.
You called the double-double watch, but you called it on Boyer.
Well, hey, Boyer was very, very close.
It was a good call for sure, as the second free throw is missed.
Gosh dang it, I'm jinxing
Jacob
him.
Hand. So
Come on,
45-34, your score. Wawasee up by 11 with just a minute to go in the game. Bethany needs a really quick bucket here. It's passed down low to Brenneman. Brenneman takes the fadeaway from the left block. It's off the mark, and an defensive rebound by Jacob Hand gives him 10 on the night.
Oh my goodness! If he ends the night with 9 points, I'm going to be so mad.
I don't know if they're going to foul here.
Please
down by
foul.
11 with 45 seconds to go. They might just let the clock run out here as Hand has it on the left wing.
Oh, you know you want to foul.
Passes it over the right side to Wegener. Wegener is dribbling around defenders, and it looks like they're trying to foul him here. No foul being called. 30 seconds. They pass to the free throw line to Boyer. Beautiful job there by the Warriors getting around the pressure. And now 25 seconds to go. Does not look like Bethany's going to foul, so Warriors will likely just run out the clock here with 20 seconds to go and an 11-point lead.
That's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's frustrating for him. I don't know if he knows or not.
Oh, he definitely doesn't know it. You never know when you're playing. I mean, you know that you're playing well, but you don't know, your stat line. You don't keep track of that when you're on the court. Oh, but I know it, and that's very frustrating as Hand's going to dribble the basketball as time runs out. And Wawasee snaps their 6-game losing streak. There's the buzzer, 45-34, your final score. Wawasee gets the win. Jacob Hand just 1 point away from a double-double, and Jarvis Boyer just a couple rebounds away from a double-double. So a great night all around for the seniors here at Wawasee as they stepped up big.
Well, my co-host said it all. With that, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to have our post-game show, a final stat breakdown, and a coach's interview. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CBG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty in Syracuse. The Northern Lakes Realty team is a full-service realty company helping you buy and sell homes as well as assisting with leasing opportunities. Northern Lakes Realty is your hometown realty team located across from Pickwick Theater in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Loyal Plumbing in Syracuse. Whether your home or business needs plumbing, heating, cooling, well, or septic services, Loyal Plumbing's trained experts can help. Go Warriors! Loyal Plumbing, 574-658-4134.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme in Syracuse. Family bowling, burgers, wings, fries, pizza, daily lunch and dinner specials, and ice cream for dessert. Chubby's Pub and Grub, Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme on State Road 13 in Syracuse. Proudly supporting our Wawasee Warrior athletes. Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Brook Point Inn in Syracuse, offering an indoor saltwater pool, romantic getaways, cabin rental, zip line, a weekly yoga and water aerobics class, and facilities for your wedding, private party, or event. Brook Point Inn, just west of Burger King in Syracuse, 574-457-4466 or online at brookpointinn.com.
Serving the communities of Syracuse, North Webster, Milford, and Cromwell, we are 93.7 FM The Mix, WRWTLP Syracuse, a Pathways program.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP. If you're joining us, a final score of 46-34. Wawasee beats the Bethany Bruins in a hard-fought battle here at the Hardwood TP. And Wawasee breaks their 6-game losing streak, so a huge win here tonight for the Wawasee Warriors. As hopefully that's going to get them back on the winning streak here. That's going to bump their record to 4-10 on the season. And hopefully, like I said, that spirals them into good things later on in the year.
They've got a long way to go, Michael. They got 2 more games this week, Friday and Saturday, both back-to-back doubleheader. They face Concord on Friday, so a conference foe there, and then they face Lakeland on Saturday. All those games are going to be here at the Hardwood TP, and they're all going to be very difficult games. Obviously, Concord in the NLC, and every school in the NLC, that's a tough battle. Every single night, it's a tough battle against a conference opponent. And then Lakeland, a very talented squad offensively, not as much defensively, but they can definitely score the basketball.
Definitely. Andrew, you also were taking stats for us. You want to give us a quick stat breakdown here?
Yeah, why not? Okay, starting off with Wawasee, they ended up scoring 46 points on the night. They shot 6 of 27 from the three-point line.
Wow.
So 22%. They shot a lot of three-pointers tonight.
27 threes.
They shot a lot of three-pointers tonight. Unfortunately, a lot of misses, but they did knock down 6. And someone who struggled from beyond the arc in this one, Aaron Evans, he went 1 for 7 from the three-point line. So not his best night shooting the basketball, but still a good night overall for Wawasee. They went 8 of 13 from the free throw line, so definitely not a good stat. They're definitely going to need to work on that in the upcoming days of practice. They had 13 assists on the night, which is very, very impressive. They shared the basketball very well. On that first half, they had the majority of those assists. So they were being patient offensively in that second half. They ended with 16 offensive rebounds and 12 defensive. So a great night rebounding the basketball. They had 10 turnovers, 9 steals, and looks like, if I'm correct, only 8 fouls on the entire night.
Wow.
So a very clean game defensively for Wawasee. Now looking at Bethany Christian, they shot 41% from the field. They went 6 of 13 from three-point land, and most of those threes belonged to Keys, as he had a really good night from beyond the arc. He was the leading scorer for Bethany Christian with 12 points. Actually, he was the second leading scorer. Brenneman had 13, so he was 1 point behind. They had 6 assists on the night, 3 offensive rebounds, and 9 defensive. So they did not accomplish their goal. They're one of their keys to the game and rebound the basketball. They had 13 turnovers, so they cleaned that up compared to the first half. And then they had 16 fouls, the majority of those coming in the second half. But actually a pretty good game overall here for Wawasee, both offensively and defensively, as they played a clean game defensively while still applying pressure. And then offensively, they got some good looks. Unfortunately, they didn't shoot the basketball as well as they would have hoped to, especially from beyond the three-point line. But that's definitely something that you can work on.
I mean, take the win for sure. And I don't know about you, Andrew, but something that really stood out to me was the rebounding ability of Wawasee, especially on the offensive end, something they've been struggling with the past couple of weeks. They've been dominated on the boards by opposing teams. And tonight, it really felt like they've been really drilling that, like the coaches have been saying. It really showed they were everywhere on the boards getting putbacks. And let's get your opinion on what you also saw for Wawasee, but that was the big thing that stood out to me.
It was the aggressiveness, Michael. We haven't seen them this aggressive all year long, and it was really nice to see as they were both being aggressive defensively and offensively while still being patient offensively. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but Wawasee known for being patient offensively. Some people call it stall tactic, but Coach Everingham likes to use the word patience.
Right.
And so tonight they were very aggressive, which definitely in turn ended up helping them out here, as it looks like Coach Everingham is walking over for his coach's interview. So we'll take a quick break while he's going to be setting up. We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Sox Marina, a full-service marina on the east side of Webster Lake, selling new trifecta pontoons, polar craft boats, Mercury, and Tohatsu outboards. Sox Marina can take care of all of your boating storage, sales, and service needs. Online at soxmarina.com or 574-834-2894. Go Warriors!
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by Pilcher Shoes in North Webster. For over 70 years, Pilcher Shoes has helped with hurting feet. They offer Brooks running and walking shoes in all sizes. Open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pilcher Shoes on State Road 13 in North Webster, 574-834-7463, or online at pilchershoes.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Lake City Bank, serving Indiana with 49 offices. We are proud to support all of our Wawasee Warrior teams. Find an office online at lakecitybank.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, and Warrior TV is brought to you in part by 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. Get custom solutions to your sign needs, including banners, commercial signs, graphic designs, and vehicles. 1950 Signs and Graphics in Cromwell. On Facebook at 1950 Signs and Graphics. 574-325-0758.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix and CPG TV is brought to you in part by Syracuse Pizza Hut. Pizza, pasta, wings, desserts, indoor seating for the whole family, online ordering, adult beverages, and delivery in the Syracuse area. Syracuse Pizza Hut on State Road 13 in Syracuse. 574-457-8300 or online at pizzahut.com.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP. I'm here with head Warrior basketball coach John Everingham. And Coach, congratulations on a big win here tonight. That snaps a 6-game losing streak. What are your thoughts right now on a well-played game by your guys?
Well, obviously we needed a win, and I didn't think we played poorly. I thought we played pretty good. We shot the ball poorly, and so sometimes it's hard to gauge how well you play. When you shoot the ball well, sometimes you don't play that well, but you shoot the ball well, it makes you look good. And then other times you play pretty good, but you shoot the ball poorly. And so you don't want to get too caught up in making or missing shots. And I thought we played hard tonight. We were really scrappy. We came out with a little more pressure. We got a chance to kind of work on that stuff. So other than shooting the ball from the free throw line and shooting the ball from three-point range, I thought we played a pretty good game.
Coach, your next game is going to be against Concord. Let us know on what you guys are going to be stressing on in practice this week. What's the focus going to be preparing for a good Concord team?
Well, we've really struggled. You've been with us all year, and we've really struggled in terms of rebounding the basketball. And we talked on the morning show about potentially doing some things that would create some turnovers. And so tonight we had a chance to kind of work on that a little bit. We'll go back and kind of take a look at film and see what worked and what didn't work. And I think part of the equation for us is going to be turning teams over from time to time. And so tonight we did a little more than what we're accustomed to, but it was good for us. And so I thought we put Bethany in a position where they couldn't run any sort of offense because we were constantly trapping. We didn't get quite as many turnovers that I would have liked to see, but we did disrupt their offense in the first half and in the third quarter as well. So in the fourth quarter, we kind of went back. We had a 10-point lead, a 15-point lead, and we went back to our regular man-to-man and our 3-2 zone, stuff to kind of maintain that lead. So overall, I think that we're trying to add something to our repertoire, and I think tonight was a night we got to work on some of that stuff, and so it was good. If we would have shot the ball better, it could have been an absolute blowout. But one of the positive things to not having a score that's out of hand is they had a chance to pressure us late in the game, right. And we had to shoot some pressure free throws, which we haven't had too many opportunities to do that, and so. We had some guys step to the line. I think we missed 3 straight front ends of one-on-ones, and then missed 2 other free throws down the stretch. And so, if we have any intentions of winning any basketball games, from here on out, those are situations that we have to do better in. And so we got to make our free throws down the stretch and not turn the ball over. And the good thing for us tonight is we got a chance to work on that. If it's a 25-point game or a 20-point blowout, we probably don't get that opportunity. Right. So trying to look at some of the positives, we got a chance to work on that. We'll be able to take a look on film and see what we need to improve upon.
And Coach Sickness still kind of affecting your team with Trayvon Coleman out this week. Let us know what's the effect of your guys right now. How are they doing with sicknesses going around?
It's not good right now. It's I got 4 kids at home, and my daughter's sick, and I worry about my son's getting sick as well, and then the next one,
It's a domino effect.
And
right?
it is a domino effect at my house, and I'm hoping the basketball team that we're associated with, I hope it's not the case, but unfortunately, Jacob got sick early last week and played a good game tonight. I think he's back to 100%. But then Aaron got sick and also missed the game on Friday night, and he was not 100%. Mm-hmm. I thought he had a gutsy performance tonight, but he was dying yesterday in practice and today in the game. And then, Trayvon has got the flu. And so, it'll be nice to get everybody healthy, but again, it's something you got to deal with. We had some Evan Eschbach again got some big minutes, and Austin Miller as a sophomore played 27 minutes, and maybe if Trayvon's not here, we don't get quite that experience to put those guys in the game. So we're looking forward to being 100% healthy. Hopefully it's Friday night, because Friday night's a big game.
Right.
Friday night at the Hardwood Teepee, an NLC game, and a game that I think we'll have a chance in. So I hope those guys come back and they're fully healthy. We'll get Aaron some rest tomorrow. Probably not have him practice tomorrow, and maybe get Trayvon running a little bit tomorrow, and maybe we'll be at full strength on Friday.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win and good luck next week.
All right, thank you.
That was Coach John Everingham in our coach's interview, and he said it all. They did a really good job tonight, really stepping it up on the offensive boards, but they need to continue to do that. Bethany is no Concord. In all respect to Bethany, they're a very talented team, but an NLC team like Concord, it's going to be a whole different ball game for Wawasee, so they're really going to have to improve on all steps of the game to have a big game there against the Minutemen.
Definitely. Quick update for you. This Friday, we mentioned it earlier, the boys basketball team is going to be taking on Concord. There's a lot going on Friday, actually. Before the game, the boys basketball is going to have a spaghetti dinner, so if you want a free meal, or not free, actually.
Yeah, I wish free.
It's not
maybe
free.
for us, maybe.
It is not free. I believe it's $8 for adults and $5 for kids. Coming out and enjoy a meal before the boys basketball game. All proceeds will go to help benefit the boys basketball team. And then also Friday night is actually Pink Out Night and Breast Cancer Awareness Night. There's going to be a raffle starting at the JV tip-off and end halfway through the second quarter of the varsity. Hold on a second. I had to catch my breath. The main prize for the raffle is a Pollywood Gray, Adirondack. I think that's how you say it. Adirondack chair.
Adirondack classic chair.
A Pollywood Gray Adirondack classic chair.
Maybe someone knows what that is, but it sounds like it's a nice prize.
Yeah, why not? All proceeds will go towards the Kosciuszko Cancer Care Fund. Raffle tickets are $2 for one, $5 for three, and $10 for six. So come on out here. It's Pink Out Night. Wear your pink. Michael and I actually get to dress up a little bit. We get to wear some pink stuff. So looking forward to that. We don't have to wear these polos the next time. So Friday, a lot going on. We've got the Breast Cancer Awareness Night. We've got the spaghetti dinner, and hopefully we got another Wawasee win.
And sadly, we did not get an update on the Tippy Valley Wawasee girls game, but hopefully we will be able to check that, and you guys will be able to see that in the papers tomorrow.
Tune in tomorrow to 93.7 FM The Mix to hear your Wawasee Warriors Sports Report.
Exactly. Shout out to the radio program. But also, before we leave, the girls' next game is also going to be against Concord. That's going to be Thursday at Concord. So if you want to make the drive out to Goshen, Elkhart area to watch the Wawasee Warriors take on Concord, please head out and do that. Well, before we go, your final score in this one, Wawasee 46, Bethany Christian 34. And before we go, we want to say some special thanks to our sponsors and people behind the scenes. A special thanks to Brook Point Inn, Sox Marina, Pilcher Shoes, Lake City Bank, 1950 Signs and Graphics, Syracuse Pizza Hut, Northern Lakes Realty, Foyle Plumbing, Chubby's Pub and Grub and Wawasee Bowl, and Joe's Ice Cream Supreme. And then a special thanks to our camera guys, Chris Rogers and Genevieve Serpolowski, and the people behind the scenes, and Jeremy Manlou and Phil Huffman. Without them, we could not do what we do every day here. For my co-host, Andrew Lamone, I'm Michael Scheller saying thank you for listening to us, and good night.
Music.
Play that song.
And then more music. We are student operated.